Honestly, I can just switch us right over to drawing because we've got the stuff up already. And wait, hold on. I need to disappear for a second. Gone. Oh, my water! Oh no! Hold on. Don't look. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay, wait. There we go. Okay. You saw nothing. What about fritter? Apple fritter? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, hopefully volume is okay. Hopefully everything sounds alright. We are doing hands tonight. I asked everyone what you wanted to see me study today for stream, and no, it must have been the wind exactly. It was nothing. Don't worry. So I was practicing critter earlier just as a warm-up, but one of the things that I feel like a lot of people think with art, that like if you're a good artist you know how to draw hands. The reality of things is like no matter what stage of art you're at, I feel like everyone always needs reference for hands sometimes, and it gets a lot easier if you just like have days where you practice. Hold on, there we go. Anyway, so that's what we're doing tonight. We're doing hands. This is not going to be a lesson. This is literally, I am not letting myself escape the stream until I draw these hands. Ugh, my mic. I got tangled in my wires. So it'll be chill. I'm going to be practicing, and I'm sorry the first few are probably going to look like shit because while I was warming up drawing critter, it's been a while since I've done like hand practice. So I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna need to like get reused to it myself. I don't know. I wanted to do this when I saw the suggestion because there's been a few pieces I've done now where like I went to draw the hands of the characters. And I'm like, why does it look bad? So I was like, that's a sign that I need to practice. If I'm not coming out satisfied with what I'm making, then that's a sign that something needs to change. Hand holders, hello! I want to study with the group, but I have dinner, so I have to hop off for stream in a few minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, Azzy. Well, if you eat, then you can come back and join us after. Hold on, because this one's actually more front-facing than anything. Also, I feel like hands are something that's like very... I don't know, like it says a lot about a character what their hands look like. Or like I feel like you can tell a lot about a character by how their hands look. So I kind of want to like make sure that I can get them like the way that I want to, and I'm not just drawing them. Oh, thank you for the pet, Cyan. Ooh, I finally caught a stream. Hello, I'm new, but I love your style. It's so bright and cheerful, delicious, scrumptious. Thank you so much. That means a lot to hear. I think saying I've been art blocked is not entirely right, because I've been drawing, but like I've been feeling stiff with my art lately, so that means a lot. But that's also why we're doing practice. Like genuinely, best like art advice I could give you is the second that you start to feel like stiff or like your art's not turning out the way you want it to and you don't know why, do a study or do multiple studies, because you'll learn new skills and then you'll feel super cool. You'll feel super good at art. Like technically the thing with fingers is like they're not actually like flat tops, which is probably in part why I'm like dying trying to make this look believable, but it's fine. The other thing is thumbs are always the hardest for me, but if you do a thumb well, then it looks like really convincing. Let's see. Like I said, the first few are always going to look really bad, but that's okay. That's like part of the process. You've got to do some bad art so you can do better art after. No, don't put critter in the microwave. Do you want to see? The reason I was doing this was for warm up. But something I notice a lot every time I commission art of Critter that people seem to struggle with is its head shape. And to be fair, I understand. I struggle with Critter's head shape sometimes. Even though I know exactly what it looks like in my brain, I'm sometimes like, how the hell do I put this on page? So I'm gonna draw Critter's head from all angles so that I can provide it as a ref. See, this is bad. This is like arguably really bad. But it's okay. It's the first one. And the eraser is there for a reason. I always need to remind myself that warming up is very important, that it's completely normal for the first couple of drawings to look stiff. It's literally like, it's so normal. Like, you cannot expect yourself to hit the ground running. Sometimes you do like a good drawing right off the bat, and that feels good because you're like, oh boy, I'm so excited to draw. But I think a lot of people get discouraged because they start drawing and they're like, why does it look like shit? And it's like, well, you don't like run the marathon as soon as you start running. You gotta like stretch and warm up first. Otherwise you're gonna tear something. And in this instance, the thing you're tearing is your self-confidence. All right, hold on. See, this is already much better. And I even like just drew them straight. Even though the fingers aren't straight. Sometimes simplifying forms is how you get them to look proper. Rolling said, rotate the critter in your mind at 3. I just noticed the creature feature. Isn't it so cute? I love it. Can't wait to see rapidly rotating head animations of Critter. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. That's how I got... That hand looks really good to me. Oh, Haru, thank you. You know, that's the other thing, is I have to stop being so harsh to myself, because then if someone was like, well, I liked it, I don't want them to feel bad. Maybe what I could say is like, this is a good start. I can build off this, and I can make it even better. As I did. That's exactly what I did. I took what was not so bad of a start and I made it even better. Hold on. I'm just gonna like... Yep. Is this on the wrong layer? No. Why are you not closed? Ooh, we doing hand practice today. Yes, I am trying to, well, so like, I've been feeling like every time I do a piece with a human character, I look at my hands and I'm like, why do they look bad? So it's time to practice, because I've done hands before and I've done hand practice over and over and over again. It just seems that like, if I don't brush up my skills at least like once a year, I start to get kind of rusty. So it's time for the annual practicing of the hands. But I enjoy drawing hands. To me, it's like they're structurally challenging, but that's why I think I like it, because when you do them well, then it's like so satisfying. They're also something that studying, like, I can actively see how it makes my art better. So it's a study that like I like to do, where something like maybe I don't know, maybe like water takes a bit, because it's like, how often do you render water in art, unless you like deliberately try to do a piece where you're rendering water. But with hands, like if you draw human beings at all, or any humanoid character, like you're gonna draw a hand at some point. See, like we're already doing better. The important thing with hands is to like get the gesture of them. Like, you don't think that your streams always cheer me up? Thank you. I'm so glad. I have a problem that I can't make the hand look like the arm, attached to the arm, even if the fingers look good sometimes. Is there a way to improve that? Yes, and I was actually about to say, it might sound weird to think that like hands themselves can have a gesture, but really any form can have a gesture, and a gesture is just like the general shape of the object as your eye summarizes it. A big thing with hands that I think like a lot of people don't realize is that like when they connect to the wrist, well, first of all, there's the little palm meat here that I sometimes like to call the butt cheeks. That comes down from the hand. Like that is, while it is attached to the wrist by tendons, it does extend out of the hand, which is why I think calling it butt cheeks is funny, because it helps people remember. Additionally, a lot of people, when they do arms, they kind of make the shape uniform, but like arms do extend out, like they bevel out. They're not a perfectly straight line. On another stream, we're going to do arm studies, because that's genuinely something I feel like I struggle with myself. But like not like I can't draw them, but like I could do better. But yeah. And then also I think a lot of people make the wrist too skinny or they make it too fat. Like they forget that the meat of the hands does come up out from the wrist. But like if you're drawing hands and the wrists are like just uniform, like you get like fork hands, that's gonna make the hands like, you know, like cartoons do that sometimes, and that's fine. But if you're looking for something that's more proportional. Also, Jello asks, what are good warm-up drawing ideas references? My art teacher brain says anything that gets you drawing, so like anything that's fun. My animator brain is saying take an OC of yours and try to, that you like to draw and you want to draw, or take a character even that you like, and try to either spin them or do an exercise where you draw them making different facial expressions, but really try to push it from like just, you know, like sad face looks like this, happy face looks like this. Try to think of like micro expressions where it's like a character might look dejected, but like not want to show it. How do you communicate that? Like kind of a tighter smile where it's like maybe it looks forced, or character looking like they just smelled something bad or ate something that tastes disgusting, but they don't want to like show it because they're trying to be polite, like that kind of stuff. Think about facial expressions not just as the most extreme emotions, but the emotions that like happen in day-to-day life. So expressions, turn your characters around. Rolling said rotate them on your page, it's great practice. Yes. And then my, if you're like someone that feels really stiff when you start to warm up, I would personally suggest literally just drawing cubes. The more you draw cubes, the better, because cubes are at the basis of like everything that you can draw. So if you can draw a cube, you're set. And so in that way, if you don't mind doing something that's kind of boring for like a warm up, and, you know, I say boring, but personally I actually like doing drills. Like, to me, it's kind of like, it's like getting in your reps, like, art-wise. I think PCAT said it that way once, and I was like, oh, that made it click. Is this a stream where you teach us how to draw hands, or are we learning along with you? I am brushing up my own skills because I do this, like, at least once a year I practice my hand drawing skills. I think it'll be a while till I can confidently have a lesson where I'm like, this is how I would draw hands. It's like how I teach you how to draw hands. But please, if you would like, draw along with me. Like I said, I'm not releasing myself from stream until I draw this entire sheet. And if I finish it too fast, I even have another one. So, we can go longer if we must, but I think that this will take me, if I'm doing it proper, this will take me a while. See, you can see that third finger there, but you really can't see the pinky. The other thing is the way that the wrist bends. I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. Unfortunately, though, like colors, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like hands are one of those things where people don't want to know here that the answer to learning to draw hands is really just you need to practice and use reference. There's not like a trick to it. It's like, there are some ways you can break down looking at a hand, but I don't think that there's any, like, this is gonna sound mean. If someone tries to sell you this is the quick and simple way to draw a hand, it's probably only gonna work for like 3 poses of a hand that you can do, and then anything more dynamic than that, it's gonna like not really work out. Hold on, that didn't look good. But I understand that that just comes from a place of wanting to help. I do think saying, hey, this is how I simplify this form of hand, completely valid, because there are some things and ways to simplify parts of the body that like will be universally understood. But if you're trying to learn the structure of something, unfortunately, it is just getting in your reps. Do you just follow your heart when drawing hands, or do you have mental guides like square forms? I almost always try to draw using straight lines. when I do any study art. And my reason for this, because there's some curves here, but my reason for this is because it's easier to kind of force yourself to think about the structure of something if you're not letting yourself get too bendy with it, I found. And by that I mean like you have to think about the objects like three-dimensional shapes. You can't just draw like tubes, you know? Tubes are good for gesture, like you can capture a lot of really like fluid movements with them, so there's a time and a place for those. But I find personally, when I'm trying to learn the structure of something, if I can kind of force myself to use more boxy forms, I'm gonna get more out of it than I would if I was allowing myself to just draw soft. Hello, welcome in. It's all about learning what makes most sense to you as an artist. Absolutely. Like, that's actually the biggest thing here, and part of the reason maybe I don't like the general advice of like, number one hack to like drawing XYZ thing is that maybe it's the autism. I'm like, it doesn't work. It's not gonna work for everyone. So when you talk like this is the thing that will finally solve all of your problems, it's like, well, it might work for some people, but I don't think that that's gonna be the answer for everybody. It's not even gonna be the answer for every situation. When in reality, the answer most times is if you have reference and you practice, you'll figure it out. No, because like it depends. Exactly. Also, Critter, hello. I kind of want to be evil again. Everyone answers are so concrete, like it depends. Practice? Ew! But practice is so much fun. Also, I'll be drawing with you. Are you gonna draw hands with me, Lemmy? I would love to see. I'm not even kidding, guys. I would love, love, love if we all did this as like a practice session. I will link the piece. I will link the PNG of what I'm using so it's a little easier. If I can find my mouse, goddamn. All right, hold on. Let's see. And I think that I have it in my art inspiration. Hold on, do you want to see me be bad one more time? Hold on. I don't think Forrest is looking, so I'm allowed to be bad. I think I can. Okay, but I have to be good now. Wait, why? Stop that. There you go. Floating, don't worry about it. I know. I just wanted to show it off. I'm like, it's okay. I can cheat a little. Do you know how hard it is not to want to use it? It's ready. It's like good to go. There's like, the tails are a little twitchy sometimes, but like, honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's gonna get tweaked over time as we like use it. Oh wait, I was getting the links. Hold on. Hold on. Debut now. It's the 22nd of April for Earth Day. Now, here's the thing. I am gonna wait, like I'm gonna be good. Crazy how we all blacked out for a second. Huh? Yeah, no, for real, for real. You saw nothing, actually. Close your eyes. No, like, I'm so excited because I applied for front page and I think, wait, fuck, hold on. I would have found out this morning if I got it. Oh, holy shit. All right, hold on. I'm going to send the link to the hands before I forget again, but like, I should have an email telling me if I got it. Unless, oh. We'll follow up with you directly once the decision's been finalized. It should be in. It looks like it hasn't come through yet. Okay. Soon. Unless I'm missing it. Am I dupid? Not dupid. Not dupid. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. You're not stupid, sorry. I did find the hands, though. Sorry, I was also just looking and they were saying, why did one of my pins get taken down? Oh, it might have been... Oh, I didn't post that. That's weird. Anyway. Here you go. That is the hand ref that I'm using. So if you want to draw along, kills me. Doing a history essay right now. Thanks for being here and keeping me from breaking down. Oh my god, Keon, of course. Okay, I'm a bit of a geek, so like I love history. Though it depends on the subject, because some of the subjects, it's not that I don't love them, because I do still love history. I'm still a history nerd, but like I understand why they would be difficult to write about, because there are plenty of moments in history and current events that are like heavy subject matters. But if it's just because you're not a huge fan of history or a big fan of essays, I completely understand, and I wish you luck. We will keep you company for the night. But yeah, I'm so excited. I hope I get front page. I won't die. Like, I don't absolutely need it. I would be really grateful for the opportunity, but I just feel like it would be a really nice way to like introduce people to Critter again and like to have a fun community day. And what we're doing for that day is we're going to do a character design stream, like we did for the winter one, but it's going to be Earth Day themed, because it's going to be all endangered species. And it's going to be solar punk themed. So I'm very excited. What's front page and Critter? Oh, so Fishman, do you see the little character that's like painting down in the corner? That is my mascot Critter. And I stream as that character. And hold on, I'm going to do something very quickly. One more time I can be bad. So front page, to answer your question too, is basically just like the front page of Twitch. When you're a Twitch partner, I think it's like once every 60 days you can apply to be on the front page of Twitch for special events. And they do that so like if you're doing something that's like really fun, or you're doing a new stream idea, you can like be introduced to a new audience that might not see you otherwise. Anyway, hi. This is what I wanted to be bad in the show. I'm only gonna poke out a little bit, but my eyes are closed. Don't worry. I'm going away. But I'm excited. I really want to show up. I'm floating again. The beast. Hold on, get down here. The hats are all in the right place, right? No, they're all messed up now. This is what I get for messing around with things. Hold on, allow me to put my hats back on. Proper style. Otherwise Faris will be sad. Faris is my boyfriend. He sets up like the like all of the stuff so that it works well. I just fell asleep. What happened? Don't worry about it. Oh, I forgot I have the heart glasses. The only thing I'm a little sad about is that like when the new model comes, I won't be able to use all these little hats anymore. Except like maybe the dance one, I guess I just have to like track it to the head. Pandas will be condemned if it wasn't that we think they are cute, but I mean they are. Honestly, I think that's something that's really interesting about animals in general, is like what is endangered and what isn't endangered largely depends on how many people care. Which is why I want to do, I guess I'm doing tigers, which are like a little bit of a cheat because I know a lot of people like tigers. I'm biased because like that's my zodiac animal, so like I really like them. But for other animals, I want to do, I think I have, there are a few reptiles, there's a few bugs, and I think I had blue macaws on there too. Blue macaws are another one though that are pretty popular. I don't know, I think it'd just be a fun way to like bring up the conversation of animal conservationism. Guilty of being a year of the tiger boy, so I simply have to like them. What's so funny is I used to hate tigers. Not hate, because that's a strong word, but like I didn't like that I was a year of the tiger. I didn't think it fit me. Because that was back when I was like pre-realizing I was trans, like being more confident about myself, didn't have any friends, like terrified of public speaking. So I just thought like tigers in general were so like much cooler and much tougher than I wanted to be. And all of my friends were like bunnies because I was also a year old for my grade. Hold on. Go for tortoise old man Zona. You should do bees and ugly bugs. I think that I actually do have a bee, and I do also have a milk frog on there, Lemmy. Or no, I have a tree frog. so don't worry. I actually think that tiger is the only mammal. I allowed myself one because I like tigers, but then I was like, no more, because we've done a lot of mammals. Basically, all of the ones for the winter stream were mammals, so I was like, no more. All that said, I really didn't like tigers because of that, because I was like, they don't fit me. Like, I want to be something cute. I want to be something like sweet. I don't want to be mean. And then as I got older and I realized that a lot of the things my family said about cats weren't true, because my family, like, growing up really hated cats. And I realized, wow, I feel like the ways that cats get misunderstood are very similar to the ways that I, as an autistic person, am misunderstood. So I started liking tigers more. I started liking, I don't know, I started liking them. I thought they were very pretty. And then I even made like a tiger character at one point. So I'm excited to try drawing them again. Your true persona is your Chinese zodiac and your star sign. I mean, that just means that I would be like an angel tiger because I'm a Virgo. Is this about a future study topic? I missed the start of the combo. No worries. We were just talking about my VTuber debut, which is going to be on the 22nd. And I have a stream planned for that day where we're going to do like character design, like we did during the Crittermas week special. Except instead of being like winter themed, it's going to be Earth themed because it's Earth Day. And then we were also talking about like Chinese zodiac. I had that revelation in regards to autism, but in the dog way. Our brains are sending wavelengths to each other. It's funny you say that because I'm not even kidding. I have thought many times about writing a comic about my boyfriend and I, because I was thinking like, I don't know. For a while, I didn't like dogs because I was like, they're the animal that everyone likes. They're the animal that everyone defends, but everyone is so mean to cats, and they like, you know, they hate cats because they have boundaries, but not necessarily because they're mean. And then after meeting my boyfriend and dating my boyfriend, I realized in a similar regard, dogs and some people with autism that like are either like they mask it better, or like they just don't like, I don't know how to say this, like they don't express their needs as much as other people, so they're considered like easy or like more well behaved. That doesn't actually mean that they're comfortable. That just means that they're constantly like burnt out and constantly in pain, but like they're still suffering. It's just in a different way that makes people think that they're more easygoing. And that's how I was thinking about dogs too, because a lot of times dogs needs and like boundaries are so disrespected because they're so people oriented that they'll come back to people even if they're scared of them or even if they're like uncomfortable. And so I started realizing, and yeah, dogs also have boundaries, they just get pushed by. That's the thing that started making me so sad, is that like I realized that fundamentally dogs and cats are like not very different. The main difference is that people interpret cats' boundaries much more harshly, because a cat will like pull away or will like physically assert it either by like hissing or scratching, whereas a dog will just become sad. Critter, do you remember the element of your tiger? Yeah, I'm also Earth. Wait, do we have the same? Handshake, Earth tigers. I actually really like being an Earth tiger. I think it's fun. Also, that means I'm an Earth tiger and an Earth sign, which I think is really fun. Double Earth. But yeah, I thought about it before. I thought about writing a comic about it. I think really what I'm gonna do is make it a portion of a larger comic book that I want to do after Leica's comic called Bunny, which is like an autobiographical nonfiction retelling of the events of the last few years of our life, and like being parents at 26. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Honestly, it depends so much in the animal because they have personalities too. They do. It's about breed. It's about the individual animal. An animal with tons of different needs between breeds that has been taken advantage of for years. Mm-hmm. Animal parent or actual parent? Actual parent. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't not talk about our lives like on stream because I think, you know, updating you guys on how my day went is good. But like, It's been a weird one. It's been a weird few years. And like, I think, and also to be clear, like adopted parent, because it was like suddenly becoming the guardian of a child because like there was no other options, but like also, I mean, I guess the other option was like foster system, but I'm like, I don't want to see that happen to her. So that's the lore. That's what it would be about. It's an iCarly situation. That's exactly what it is. That's my favorite way to say it to people. Although you'll laugh, I found out I have a real life friend whose name is Carly, and found out she's never seen iCarly but hates it because every time she tells people her name, that's the first thing that they think of. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, that never once occurred to me. I've seen iCarly. I like it. I grew up with that show, but like I've just never once considered calling you iCarly because it's like, well, you're a whole ass person, and that's also just a regular name. That's just like a human being name. You're 2 hands already. I'm catching up. Watch out. I'm scared. Slow down. Why are you fast? Hold on. I can't get my ass beat at my own game. It's not even a game. In your defense, it's been a weird few years for everyone. Very true and beautiful and real. I guess that's why I don't feel bad about it, is because, like, for the strange year that I've had, I catch up with a friend and they're like, yeah, my house burned down. And it's like, hello? That is true, actually. That is also true. One of my friend's house is, like, caught on fire. Go, why did it get deja vu? I feel like we've had this conversation before. Fuck, I accidentally drew this hand. Cold ice on my teeth. I drew it and I drew it bad. We gotta redo it. I'm making it a competition now, bleak. No, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna die. I mean, okay, jokes aside though, Lemmy, if you get ahead of me and you want to the next page, I have a page that's, hold on, holding a ball. Because the real reason that I'm doing this is because the last few times I've tried to draw Pokemon trainer art and I had to draw the character holding a Pokeball, it looked so fucking bad that I was getting pissed off and I couldn't keep drawing. So I was like, damn, I have to practice hands because I can't draw my boyfriend's Pokemon trainer Sona without getting mad. Stretch, thank you. Honestly, I feel like doing a shape sketch is why I'm doing fast. I don't have to think about what's the next shape. That makes sense. The sphere. Oh, I love chewing ice. It's like, it's so satisfying to me. I feel like Kale and I bonded over this. I can't remember if it was that. I know for a fact we bonded over both being pickle fiends. Like, we both love pickles. And it's so fascinating every time I meet someone else that is also a pickle fan. Kind of want to draw a critter with a pickle jar. You know what else I want to do? You know that gif that's like the cat that's like banging its head up against the wall? I want to draw a critter like that. We're running out of space for animated emotes. Like, we literally do not have room anymore, but I'm like, there's too many good ones. Oh, I actually like Cofagrius. Like, I think it's awesome. Honestly, I think the only reason I don't have it is because, like, color palette, but I could have a shiny one. Wait. Thinking emoji. My gym leader, Sona, is a ghost type gym leader who has an art studio, and, like, all their Pokemon are inanimate object Pokemon. So they're, like, it's like you're made to draw a still life, but it keeps moving. And, like, I have, like, deeper reasons, and, like, I could go on about animism and stuff like that, but, like, I think that it's funny. The idea of, like, an art studio that is tormenting its students, like, why does the candle keep moving? Why does the light source keep changing? What's happening? I'm scared. Mom, come pick me up. You dropped me off at the fucked up and evil art camp. Bro, I'm getting mad about the hand. It looked ugly. Why do you look ugly? Oh, it's because I didn't, like, add enough depth. I made you skinny. I put her on Ozempic. Get off. Get fat again. Critter, I wanted to say, you're probably one of my top 4 artists right now, along with Kulbo Factory, oh my gosh, Oomph, Punkit, oh my gosh, Oomph, and Pona. I actually don't know the last person, but the first 2 are literally friends of mine, so I'm so glad. Yay! Chirping, I don't know why I said chirping. I think I meant to say skipping, cheering, laughing, but chirping also works. I am a creature after all. Sorry if you've answered this before, but I'm curious on how you improved your line confidence. I struggle with mine a lot and being happy with my art. I'm gonna say something that might sound scary, but you have to believe me and you have to trust me. I draw in pen in real life, on paper. Like, and I also, like, right now because I'm doing studies, I'm letting myself, but like, if I were to be brutal to myself, I would do these studies on paper with pen and not let myself like use an eraser. Because if it was bad, either you have to learn to like just go with what you've done and be satisfied, or you have to start over. And once you start doing that, one, it makes you much more like aware of the strokes you're making, but also the other evil rock answer is do it on a timer, because then you can't like delegate and deliberate over every single stroke, but you will get you will start to learn like when you just have to accept it, like when you just have to be like, it's good enough. And then once you've started like becoming more realistic about like what is good enough and what is like a finished product, you will be able to start like going back and being like, okay, this was pretty good, but I feel like I could improve this here and here. I'm not Critter, but draw only with pens and no pencil. Why are we the same? Literally, okay, this is us right now. This is us. We're holding hands and spinning. Hold on. Oh my god. We're spinning. My frog. We draw the same. We have very distinct styles, but I think it's funny that our ways of practicing are like archaic in the same exact way. Sorry, you can tell that I was like grilled by an old woman in art studios. And it helped. It literally worked. I'm now going to be the granny for you, just in a more cat-shaped and mascot-like appearance. If you're scared of doing pens at first, I recommend starting with geometric shapes on pen. You don't have to worry about anatomy accuracy, just draw rectangles and circles and cylinders. Exactly. Actually, what I did personally, if that part doesn't seem intimidating, but it doesn't seem intriguing, what I would do is I would warm up by doing geometric shapes, and then I would just let myself do shitpost doodles. Like, literally, I would draw my favorite characters. I would draw I would draw so much ship art in high school. Do you know how much self-shipping art I drew when I was a high schooler? I have entire sketchbooks full of shipping myself with Grimsley from Pokemon. I wanted that fucked up man carnally, and then my taste got better, but, like, I think it's funny. In hindsight, I go back through, I'm like, wow, I really needed to love myself more. I have pages of just pen art that are stupid shitposts. It's funny. I used to keep like a diary, a comic diary too. Beavikin said, I started sketching with ballpen pens. I also have a fountain pen, but that just does not get lighter at all. It's fun for doodling. Oh yeah. Test out different pen shapes. Test out like different things. It doesn't matter if it looks ugly if you're practicing getting used to the tool. I mean, again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, you wouldn't start running a marathon without doing any stretches. You wouldn't start using a tool on the piece that you want to be your final polished piece. And in that same way, you can't like just get right into doing like perfectly anatomically correct art right out the gate. I did these critters to warm up, but before I did these hold on. How did you react when you saw his sumo design? His sumo design is what made me start self-shipping with him. That's why I did it. I, like, kind of didn't care about Grimsley when he was in Black and White. You know, he doesn't have a lot of time. But then when I saw him in Sun and Moon, I was like, holy fuck. I need to make this guy worse. Hold on, let me see if I can find the forest art that I did last night that was starting to get me mad. Because I, like, couldn't draw him well. It was making me angry. I could fix him. No, I could make him worse. I am never an I could fix him. I don't believe in fixing someone. If I'm self-shipping, listen, I already have a healthy, happy, fulfilling relationship with my fiance, who I love. So if I'm self-shipping, it's to be like, what if I was in a relationship and it was so bad and it was so unhealthy? Like, it's like junk food to me. It's like I'm exploring the terrible possibilities because I already have a pretty nice one. Anyway, this is what was making me mad. As you can see, I did not draw hands because I was getting pissed off. I also think the colors look bad. I mean, the Applin looks okay. Who's Grimsley? He's a character from Pokemon. He's an ex. He's an ex-Elite Four member who apparently had such a bad gambling addiction that he had to step down, which is why I'm like real as hell for that. Ah, what the fuck? I'm tangled in wire. You draw forests so nicely. It's so pleasant. Thank you. Real and true. Oh yeah, he's an ex. He's no longer an Elite Four member. He basically was like, I had to leave for undisclosed reasons. That's what I'm saying. I could make him worse. Wait, who's the new one then? I actually don't know, because we haven't been back to the black and white region, so like we really don't know who the new Elite Four member is. If I had to assume, probably Drayden, but like then that leaves the question of like who the fuck is at the gym. I don't know. I think it's funny. Make it Sharon. Although I like Sharon being a teacher, I think that that's actually a really nice like character arc for him personally. That he goes from like constantly pushing himself and feeling unfulfilled if he's not the absolute best to realizing that like you can get fulfillment by helping others improve. I like that. I thought Grimsley just retired. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I could have sworn he had a line of dialogue where he was like, where it was implied it was not really a willing retirement. Hands? Yeah. I'm getting rusty, so I'm doing my drills. I'm doing my reps. Like I said, as soon as PCAT said that, I was like, that's what it fucking is. Because, like, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes when people think of drills, like, art-wise, they're thinking, like, okay, once I'm done this, I'll know how to do it forever. And it's like, well, that's just not realistic for any skill, but it's also not true. Like, you're setting yourself up for disappointment if you think if you draw a sheet of hands, you're good to go. Like, you might be able to come back and reference that sheet of hands, but you have to think your art style is going to improve if you keep drawing, so how you draw hands will also stagnate and then need to be worked on and improved. Could I perhaps have this playlist? You may always have a playlist. Absolutely may. Let me grab the link for you. There you go. I feel like my usage of guidelines holds me back. Here's what I'm gonna say. Guidelines are good for some people, like some people benefit from them, but I will tell you, if you are feeling like they're not helping you, go for one time, like just try it. Go crazy and don't use guidelines and fuck around and see what happens. Sometimes people's brains just work different, which is why I don't like any kind of art advice that's like, this is, if you're not drawing like this, you're drawing wrong, because like sometimes that's just not the case. Everybody works a little different. Wow, that looks fucking ugly. Hold on. Sorry, I was talking so much that my hand shape looked terrible. Time to unwind from art by watching others' art. Hello, DJ Treble. And I was gonna say, hey, you don't have to, but I was gonna say, if you want to draw along, hold on, I think that the ref is gone, but if you were curious, here is the link. Critter, hydrate pretty please. Oh wait, did I miss a hydrate? I am so sorry. Wait, help, I just noticed the drawing of Critter in the top corner. Isn't it beautiful? That's the creature feature. If you draw fan art of Critter and you put it in the fan art tag, which I'm gonna write out because sometimes I say this and people are like, huh? It's spelled like fan art, but like nya in the middle because I'm a geek. Anyway, if you put it in this tag on Tumblr or on Blue Sky, because I am sorry, Twitter users, I'm gone. I don't, yeah, it is deleted off my phone. I'm logged out on like every like device. Like it's over. I'm not coming back. I think the only thing I come back for is I have a commission from a fursuit and plush maker that I'm waiting on, but that's basically it. But if you put this on Blue Sky or on Tumblr, I might start checking Instagram. I don't know if anyone is here from Instagram. Do you have a link to those box perspectives too? I do, Cotton Spawn. Actually, let me grab that. That's actually like a super helpful reference. I feel like I should save that in my art file, in my art inspiration file. Maybe actually, wait, I think it's cubes. Welcome in, Silkwing Butterfly. Oh my god, I literally just looked at this. Girl, hello? Hello? Help. Okay, I have something that I cannot show on stream, but like, I just need to like show other people this so I feel like I'm not hallucinating. I did not get a fursuit. I don't have money for a fursuit yet. That's still too expensive. Okay, sorry. I'm just looking for, I found it. Okay, sorry, I was really excited and loud. I love cubes. Here, who was it that asked for the cube refs? There you go. Here are the cubes that I used to draw Critter's head. What the hell is that? That's what I'm saying. Sorry, I just saw, the image is really good. Actually, you should share. I will get in trouble. It's a naked Minecraft character. Like, why are you nude? That's scary. I can't believe I saw the notification on time. Mexican Foxy, greetings from Fousy? Greetings from Germany. Thank you and welcome in. OMG, I've never caught one of these live. Welcome in. It's scary. I don't care that it's cubes. I'm still gonna get in trouble. All you need to know is that it jump scared me so bad. I was like, hello? Why are you naked? Guys, his blocks are out. That's what I'm saying. Have you played any of the Pikmin games before? I have not, but I asked for recommendations for Pikmin games for noobs because I was taking a list of games that I might want to play on stream someday, and I got like a crazy variety of answers, so I'm still kind of like at square one where I should start. Like, where does the Pikmin lore begin? Help! No! Thanks, it's almost 1 a.m. here. Sketching next to your stream? I'm so happy. And I was gonna say, I keep sending the link to the hands that I'm drawing from, but if anyone needs them again, please let me know. I love knowing that people are practicing along with me. Hands, like I said, hands are something that you have to practice every once in a while. You never are really fully learned. Especially if you're someone that like is practicing and growing your art style actively. Or you like to experiment too, because there's a bunch of different ways to draw them too. I tend to favor like a more graphic, like comic-y style, but like I would love to do a stream where I practice like, how do you like paint hands? Like how do you make a shape out of like a block and then reduce it? I think Pikmin 3 if you want a slow story, 4 if you're looking for gameplay first and foremost. What is the funniest Pikmin? Tell me about your Pikmans. What is the funniest Pikmin game? Like, if people want to see me be tortured, if they want to put me into a contraption, what kind of game are we looking at? 3? Man, you were right about the variety of answers. 3 different games came in at once. That's what I'm saying. I was sitting here like, I don't know anything more than I did when I first asked the question. 2 is fucked up, but 2 is scary. Well, fucked up and scary sounds like awesome. That's exactly what I was looking for. Like, nice gameplay, good story, that sounds cool, but what is the fucked up and weird Pikmin game? 2 is a funny torture machine? That's the one then. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be the one. I have to experience the one that is the most weird first. Pikmin 2, 2, Pikmin 2, Jerma, you're a rat. Literally, it's the same cadence. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting past the scary hands. Oh, fuck, or am I? I have another one that I still have to do. I, like, skipped... Whatever, I'm doing 4. I don't care. Some of them are, like, so barely different that I think I'll survive. From what I've seen of those Pikmin fans, Pikmin 4 is very easy and loses some of the charm of the old games because of it. I see, I see. Deadass, it is torture? Awesome. Well, mostly I want to play because I want to be able to draw a critter with them. Because I think that that would be awesome. And I like the sounds they make. Like, can you imagine Olimar critter? Don't they have noses? I don't remember. I think they're cute. I must make it real. I think it'd be fun. It's that, and I have Pokemon Snap on my radar of things that I want to play. Because I really want to play the old Pokemon Snap, and then I got the new one, and I want to like swap notes. Like I want to play the old one first, and then I want to play the new one and be like, all right, do I think it was a good adaptation? Do I think it added improvements? Wait, not all of them have noses? Help? Noseless. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted. Girl, I'm not even that caffeinated. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, that's the other thing I wanted to say. I'm sure if you follow me on like any social medias, I guess other than YouTube, because I don't really post my art to YouTube unless it's like in video form. But I did art of my Animal Crossing villager Rosie, and it got like blew up. I don't know why. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like I understand people like a good funny art piece. But it just reminded me, I really want to show you guys the Animal Crossing island that me, Nova, and my boyfriend have been building this summer. Because it's been really nice, like, playing all together. It's been so much fun. Oh, I really royally fucked this up. Hold on, we have to redraw this. Also, I saw someone ask, who was it? What other games are on your stream list? I think the first one I'm going to play is The Witch's House, which is, like, totally nothing like any of the other games that I was talking about, but I really want to start playing more RPG horror games, because I love the old RPG horror games. Like those were the first games really that I was able to play on my own, because they're the only things that ran on my sparking MacBook from like 2012. But yeah, and I also think like if you're a fan of Undertale or any of the newer RPG games like Amori, it's good to know where those ideas came from and like what the building blocks that they're kind of built off of. Because I really don't, like, we wouldn't have Undertale, we wouldn't have Amori if it weren't for things like Yume Nikki or Off or Ebe. Also, where else do you post your art? I am so glad you asked. Hold on. So it might be easier to do like this. If you follow the link to the FAQ, you can see at the, at the bottom, there's a bunch of little buttons that are shaped like the social media icons. And those should be accurate to like all of the websites I still post on. Like I said, Twitter's gone because I have left Twitter. I'm like semi-inactive. Would you play Inscription? Yes, Inscription is actually on the list. I fucking love Inscriptions. You'll never have to convince me to play Inscription. Unfortunately, I'm a little spoiled because like I already know the plot, but like I don't care. The card game is so much fun. I've literally played Casey's mod just because I like Leshy's game the most. Like that's like my favorite. Honestly, I would say that Inscription is ironically what got me into the Pokemon TCG, because I'd never played it before, and then someone was like, how do you not play it but you like Inscription? I was like, I don't know. Also, have you perchance heard of One Shot? Do Do you want... I've said it before, but just to share some fun lore, did you know that I'm mutuals with the person that created One Shot, and I was one of the people that originally tested the game when it was in beta and being released for, like, an RPG Maker contest? Like, not only have I heard of One Shot, I've been there since, like, day fucking one. I love One Shot. And would you ever play Okami? I've heard of Okami. I've not played it, possibly. Yeah, I've played One Shot, like, back when it got... Well, so, ironically, it was in the RPG Maker game contest and got DQ'd. I think because it either was because it used a program other than RPG Maker to edit files on the computer for some story beats, or it was because of the fact that it edited files, and I think that people were, like, worried about that. But yeah. No, Night Margin's awesome. We've been... Actually, why I want to play some of the older RPG games is because... Or RPG Maker games, is because Night Margin and I, like, first bumped boots in the .flow fandom, because Night Margin used to do .flow fan art, as well as Yumaniki fan art. And then we worked on a zine for Hollow Knight together, and we started talking then, and I was kind of like, yeah, like, I played your game back when it was in the contest, like, I've loved your work for a really long time, I'm excited to see what else you do, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so honored. And this was also, like, before Markiplier played it, too, so, like, when I, like, saw Markiplier play One Shot, I was like, oh my god, that's Oomph! Like, I know who that is! I don't know, it's been really fun. It's been fun. Just threw my tablet pen. It's been fun seeing them go, like, as far as they have. I'm really excited for their new game. I feel the way about it, like, a lot of artists. Hello, everybody. And also, welcome in, Quote. Hello again. One Shot writes to your documents folder, which is usually considered bad practice. Yeah, and I think that's what got it DQ'd. There was another game that was part of the contest that I think was a platformer that wound up winning. But I can't remember. It's been so long. Like, genuinely, I was leaving middle school when this happened. It might have been a little after that, but I was young. Like, I was not really sentient at that point in time. Hello again. I love the little animated emotes you use. They're so cute. Also, thank you for the stretch and the save break. Oh my god, I haven't saved once. Smiles. In middle school? I think so. Hold on, let me, like, make sure I'm not fibbing. You have to remember, my memory is, like, not the best. Let me see when it was in the contest. No, that's, like... But that's gotta be the official release. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so 2014, if I'm... Hold on. Now I'm doing some math, because I'm, like, terrible at math. Minus 11. I'm 26 right now. Okay, so it wasn't middle school. I was just starting high school when it happened, because I was 15 in freshman year. Like I said, I've always been a little older for my grade, because I have a September birthday. Do you find these kinds of hand poses useful to practice? I only ever use natural poses from real life, staring at strangers, but literally everyone practices with these highly unusual poses, and I don't see what the benefit would be. It's learning the structure of the hand. Also, to be frank, like, this might not be natural, but something along, like, these lines, where you're holding your hand out expectantly is... Hold on. Like, let me, like, to just eyeball this really quickly. Something that I might have a character in my webcomic do. But the reason, sorry, to answer your question, the reason that you do stuff like this is to get, like, used to doing, and that's even a little stiffer than I would probably do because I'm looking off such an unnatural pose. But yeah, it's to get the mass. It's to understand the mass in the way that the hand bends. But I also do real-life studies of people's hands. Do you have any tips on how to draw symbols or crests for kingdoms? In the Dungeon Mesh, I am the DM and I'm a newbie artist. No problem if you don't have any. I wish I could say I do, but I do not. I don't know how to do that for the life of me. I add a lot of squiggles. And also, yes, I do have somewhere for you to grab the reference image. It should be pinned right now, Moss Kieran. I I can also send really quick, if you guys were interested, I have, so on my Pinterest, I have like a whole board that's just called art inspiration. And I've got to make a command to do that at some point, because what I do on that board is I collect a bunch of references of different subjects that people might ask help for. And I don't know, I think that I reference this a lot myself. I started as a reference for myself, but then as people were like, oh, like, how do you draw feet? How do you draw, like, the torso? How do you draw hair? How do you draw clothing folds? I've just added more, like, sections to it so that anytime someone's like, how do you do this? I'll be like, okay, let me figure out. I don't know. Let me figure out how to do it. I'll make a section for you. I actually have one for Pokemon, because people ask how to draw Pokemon all the time, and I don't really know how to answer other than just like, I am autistic and I've loved Pokemon since I was 4, so I've been staring at these things for like almost 22 years now. Where's this folder of yours? Hold on, I can send it again. I had just sent it in chat, but... Boop, there you go. Eating this. I was gonna say, it's public, and so if you ever, like, need a reference and something's not there, feel free to come to stream and be like, how do you draw this? Do you know how to draw this? Will you learn how to draw this? And I'll be like, yeah, let me study. You're 26? I am 26 years old. And about to be 27 in September, which is kind of scary. I don't know, actually. I say that, but I'm actually not that scared of getting older. It's kind of nice. Like, my grandma once said that I asked her, like, what was her favorite age, and she said, the one that I am right now. And I was like, you don't, like, think that you've had, like, a favorite era you've been alive? And she's like, no. Every year I live is my new favorite year, because new stuff is always happening. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I want to get to that point. I'm kind of getting to that point. Oh my god, this is so butt cheeks. Hello? I have to erase the spinning image. I'm so sorry. Let me... Well, actually, no, I don't. You're an uncle. I'm actually not an uncle. I like, God. I'm the oldest sibling in my family, so none of my sisters or, like, cousins have kids. I'm actually the first person that had a kid in our family, and I wasn't even planning it. We just, like, became the guardians of, like, my boyfriend's little sister, so I was like, god damn. This wasn't even planned. We weren't supposed to be the ones that had the kids. I wanted to be an uncle. It's okay, it's kind of funny. Life works out this way. Unk, gender neutral. Yeah. Your grandma sounds so sweet. My grandma is the coolest person alive, actually. I think, and then when she leaves this beautiful world, she will be the coolest dead person too. I will stand by this. I'll fight for these words. I know I've talked about it before, but she got my ass off the street before I was homeless during COVID, so, like, I owe her everything. First person to accept me for being trans in my family, like, she is the GOAT. Unk is rank you automatically get when you turn, like, 25. Actually, I like this new canon we're entering. I agree. I'm also graying, so, like, I accept it. I've decided not to fight it. Forrest was, like, looking at my head the other day, and he was like, you can see where at the ends of your hair where you last dyed your hair, and then in the middle you can see where it's red again, and then you can see at the scalp where it's, like, silver, so you have the full calico color palette. Also, Star Drake said, sorry for the double redeem, but do you have any advice for finding themes to design OCs? Actually, yes, because my advice to you is not actually to look for themes other people have made, but to create them yourself. I love collecting pictures on Pinterest. I love photos. I love collecting, like, I don't know, like, to me, photos are like trinkets. Like, if I see something pretty, I want to save it, but I don't always know what I'm going to use it for when I first save it. So what I have is what I like to call my, like, scrapbook folder, which is just, like, all of the photos that I like and I think are pretty, I put into one big folder, regardless. And hold on, this is what it looks like right now. This is, like, the first, like, I don't know, like 10 pins. Tostone burger. But what this looks like when it gets more refined is I will go through this giant folder and I'll be like, like, just to do it right now, like this pin, like actually all of these, and like maybe, honestly, none of these else are jumping out at me, but I would put these all together in a folder and maybe I would do like a strawberry cake themed character, or like a white strawberry themed character. Or like another example is like the melon like turtle, the Yatsuba, and then the book. Those all to me are like visually similar, like they're jumping out to me. So after I've saved pictures in this big overarching folder for a while, you would get something kind of like this. And for reference, this is my OC Nana. So the character art you're seeing is my art and my friend Nova's art in the folder. But basically what I get is like little character folders like this. What does Tostunenburger mean? I don't know what the first part means, but while Nessie comes in and says blank burger every single stream, it's like their calling card. But yeah. This is kind of what they end up looking like. And usually I will design characters based off of these folders that kind of arise naturally from just my digital photo hoarding. And here's my boyfriend. Hi. I got the hands going. I'm actually not doing too shabby. Aw, singing.
I'm trying to get them to sing.
Oh my god, Pluto. Tostone is a food. I want to learn. Wait, hold on. What does it look like?
I just thought he was being particularly loud, so I thought maybe you could actually hear it on the mic.
They're fried plantains. Very cool. Testosterone burger. That's basically just a regular burger. Testosterone burger is what you start craving when you do your tea shot. Speaking of which, hey honey.
What?
Did you do your tea shot?
Don't look at me.
The silence is an answer in itself. Hubby? Not yet, but will be. We're engaged for the time being. I would like our wedding to be somewhere a little nicer. Not like nicer, like more expensive. Like, I mean, literally not while living in the city, because it's not the best. This guy didn't do his tea shot for like a month. He hasn't. He keeps avoiding it.
Okay, real.
Stop! Both of you, do I need to do your tea shot for you?
I don't have any tea.
How do you pick your colors for your character? Part of that is just the boards that I make to design characters, like the Pinterest boards I was showing earlier. Also, sorry, Rolling said, got jump scared by a plantain while eating dinner once. I thought it was a piece of bread or meat. But, I don't know. Like, I like to use, either, I hate to say like packaging, but like I take a lot of inspiration from like scrapbook stuff that I save for character design colors. And if not that, then a lot of my inspiration comes from like animal color palettes or just like things in the natural world like plants. For Critter, I base Critter's color palette off like an animash of all of my favorite Pokemon. So like it's got Buizel in there, it's got Furret in there. Otherwise, I don't know. Bro, you're gonna get depressed if you don't do it on schedule. I keep telling him that, and then he doesn't do it. It's okay, I can't really shame him. I forgot to take my OCD meds for like a week, but it's fine, I took them today. That was good. I guess it wasn't even really a week, it was like 4 days, because I forgot. I know for a fact I took them when the new webcomic page, I posted it last week, because I just did it at the same time. But then I think I just, the black hole of memory. Everyone take your meds now, I was gonna say. No one forgetting on my schedule. Don't worry, I did though. I just remember distinctly today, I started getting hungry, and I was like, I feel like everyone hates me and wants me dead. And then I was like, I haven't taken my meds for like 4 days. That's what's happening. So I made delicious udon soup and then took my meds, and I'm like literally within the hour, I was like, yep, that was it. I'm fine. I literally feel fine now. Mustelid critter real? This is true. This is actually very true and beautiful. I love mustelids. Mustelids? Yeah, I can say that. I think that's how you say it. Literally me forgetting to use my inhaler when I'm literally dying. I don't know what it is about all of us who need to be on medications that keep us alive that are just like, hee, but what if I didn't? But we gotta stop. Message to all bitches, please survive. You cannot die on me. Okay. Speaking of which, I gotta make sure that guy does his T-shot after stream. He keeps asking me too. He's like, please remind me so I don't forget. And then I do, and he's like, don't look at me. I'm like, and then like runs away. And I'm like, stop it. I'm trying to help you. You asked me to do this. Ito, bleh. I'm sorry, Critter. I'll remember next time. Don't worry, mushrooms. I'm not upset. I just want you to be safe and taken care of. Actually, that reminds me though that Andy suggested that I make like self-care critter stickers for people to like put on their med bottles or like water bottles. I think that'd be cute. I would do that. I think that'd be a fun thing to do. Also, I know this is like not exactly like the ref, but I'm gonna be so for real. The hand in the ref looks ugly as fuck, so we're drawing it cuter. We're drawing it more fun. Drawing a splayed out hand is actually not that hard. This is probably one of the hand poses I'm like, I got this down. Although I like that the thumb is kind of like coming towards the viewer. That's like nice. That's fun. Oh wait, hold on. I saw a highlight. Probably a rather unorthodox habit, but I actually watch your streams while gaming. There's something about your streams that just adds a nice, calming, funny element to the experience. Error, that is perfectly fine. I trust. I will never judge what anyone does during my streams. Like, I've had people tell me that they go out like and run errands while having it on, like a podcast. I've had people tell me that they like draw and co-draw or do like essays. I literally listen to like when we cool down from stream and I end, whoever we raid, usually I keep on in the background and then I do like Animal Crossing tasks to fall asleep while listening to. People with autism ADHD normally have a hard time with routine because we literally lack the function where habit is memorized and ingrained. Part of why some of us have such a hard time getting into habits and brushing our teeth. True. The toothbrushing one, I don't know what it is. Something that like really cracked it into my brain was someone told me you don't have to brush your teeth when you're supposed to brush your teeth. You just have to do it whenever you remember. And that genuinely, like, yeah, maybe I sometimes brush my teeth like 3 times a day now, but like, I at least remember to do it. And it doesn't matter when you do it, just get it. As long as it's like the one thing is you don't drink coffee right after, because that can like weaken your enamel. But yeah, it's better to do it sometimes, even if it's a weird time of the day, than it is to never do it, you know? That's how I've come to think about it. And also why I'll never tease my boyfriend, because anytime like I remember to do something, he's like, I should do that too. And then we just go end up doing things all at the same time. I don't think that's necessarily true for everyone. I'm a beast of habit personally. Oh yeah, it's different strokes for different folks. For me, like I said, because I forget, if I just kind of do it whenever I remember, it helps. But you know, at the end of the day, whatever gets you to brush your teeth is the best way to brush your teeth. Does that make sense? It's the same way with drawing. Like, whatever gets you to draw is the best way to draw. If this method that someone suggested is working for everyone else but you, that doesn't mean that you're like some beast freak. It just means that you're built different, which everyone is. Sorry, I'm like staring at the hand like, what the fuck? Hands are so fun. Why are you strange? Actually, I think the thumb goes up more. I like made it go forward more than it actually does, because I think I was looking at the picture next to it. Okay, that goes down, and this kind of like comes out. Oh, but this goes way higher than I thought it did. And you can just like kind of do something like that. Yeah. I really struggle with drinking water as a habit. I think I feel myself dehydrate so bad that if I'm not constantly drinking water, I like will die. I mean, literally, I've had kidney problems because at the second that I like don't drink water, my body shrivels up like SpongeBob in the episode where he's visiting Sandy. Top left critter about to get a treat. It's looking up at you so neatly. Hello, I hope you're doing well. I am. I'm doing really well, actually. Even though I might be whining while doing this because it's requiring focus, I actually am enjoying doing the exercise of drawing hands. Being in this chat makes me really consider an autism diagnosis. I'm not trying to giggle because, like, that is one of the most true and real things that I think I've seen someone in this chat say. But I am gonna say, if the things that people here start sounding really relatable, and you're like, do I have autism? I do feel that we tend to flock together, and it never hurts, because even if you don't, then you just know something more about yourself. That's fine. But like, we do tend to find each other. No matter what, autism always finds a way. That's something I've come to believe about this beautiful world. My best friend forever and I kept trying to autism blast my husband, but he's holding strong. That's fascinating. You're talking about it like it's transferable, like it's something that you can, like, if you just Care Bear stare hard enough, he can contract it too. Which honestly it should be. I want to be able to give people autism. I am the thing that all the anti-vax moms are scared of. Like, I am actively going to give your kids autism. Hang around me. It's the fucking syndrome post. And when everyone's autistic, no one will be. And that's why they call him Syndrome. Gee, want to brag a bit, but I just bought a refurbished Switch Lite because my OG Switch's right Joy-Con rail gave out. Very cool. I am super happy for you. I love my Switch. Also, Rolling said, I just got done playing Animal Crossing for the day. I feel the autism plug through me. Wait, actually, this is something that, like, I kind of realized, and hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I've told you guys before that my username Four-Leaf Island comes from my Animal Crossing island that I started in 2020. But did you also know that Critter's tail colors are because of the Animal Crossing Switch controllers? Because I don't own the Animal Crossing Switch, but I do have the controllers. So the Animal Crossing lore actually goes very deep for me. I still really wish I had like the official like doc and everything, but alas, they resell for like some crazy insane price. I knew it reminded me of something. I think it's really fun. Like every time I like, and that's why like I use palm trees on a lot of things. I got it in gorgeous dark blue color. I'm so excited to play Animal Crossing again because it gave out before I finished my museum area. We Animal Crossing Critter mod when? Not even kidding. Why don't you take acrylic paint and paint your Switch? I know my painting abilities, and it will not turn out in a way that anyone will be happy with. Do your tails ooze paint naturally, or do you have to dip them? So it's like homemade pigment paint. I Critter acrylics things from around the islands. Do you have any other streams planned for this week? We have a whole week of streams. I stream 5 days a week, weeknights. Tomorrow we're doing YouTube thumbnails because I have so many YouTube videos that are finished or like on their way to being finished that I just don't have a thumbnail for. So we're going to be doing that, and maybe as a treat, I'll animate Critter after. Wow, that is ugly looking. I need to restart. Also, hold on, I keep seeing questions. Rolling said, I had that exact same Switch before I gave it to my sister. Oh, you're a bigger person than me because I would like, that would be buried with me. Like I'm like a pharaoh, like in my tomb. They bury me, and I have my Pikachu DS in one hand and my Animal Crossing Switch in the other hand. Also, welcome in, super chill guy. Pause. What was that forest art? Oh, this? I was drawing him as a Pokemon trainer, or his Pokemon trainer Sona, but I was getting mad because I couldn't draw hands, and I think the colors look bad. But I think he looks cute, so. Speaking of Animal Crossing, if you have a 3DS Happy Home Designer or the Happy Home Paradise for the New Horizons on the Switch, you can make homes rooms and use them for project design rooms. I didn't ever think of that. Stop, because I really want to do rooms for like, I want to make a house for Mars on our island. Mars Animal Crossing. Speaking of YouTube, will this video be a VOD? I don't see why not. I usually save all of the study streams. It's just been a bit since we did an actual study stream. That's the thing. I have the Splatoon 3 OLED, so I'm set. I understand. Also, I think I read it OLED, but I don't think it's how you actually say it out loud. I said I was gonna keep doing this until I finish the whole page of hands, but I'm thinking about being bad and not doing that. But, like, I'm still having fun, so... Low-key, I just kind of want to keep drawing Critter's head. I started drawing this as, like, as a warm-up for me, but then I was like, this would actually make, like, a really good ref to give people I commission to do art of Critter. Because the one thing I see a lot of artists struggle with when they try to draw Critter is its head shape. And to be fair... fucking same. Like, even if I can, like I was saying earlier, I can rotate Critter perfectly in my brain. I know exactly what it looks like. Drawing it is not the same thing as knowing what it looks like. Bro, this is like... This is a freaky hand shape. How do you... The freaky and weird hand. Actually, I am going to have mercy for myself. Save break, thank you. Bro is just a square? Do you mean Critter? It's not actually, it's just that drawing things from a cube base for me, I don't know, like, it helps me imagine the way that they move a lot easier. Hold on, let's move these over. Where's Critter? Where are you, my beast? If I may flex too, I have the Year of Luigi 30th 3DS XL. It's been modded by my brother. Fuck! Okay, do you guys want to know, like, my... You could make an animation of Critter's head somersaulting with all those cubes. Actually, you probably could. It'd be really funny. Hold on. And Rolling said, I bought it for the Ethernet port because Splatoon has always died mid-match, and I got temp banned into literally next year because of Nintendo's terrible netcode in Splatoon 2. Oh, that would make me mad. So the only reason I can't play, like, online games, I feel. I'm also very slow. My reaction time's not good. Hold on. I have to show my, like, my white whale of, like, a game console, like... I think that this is what it is. Not this one. Is it, like... Was it, like, the new 3DS XL? No, it was, like, the 2DS, right? Yeah, there it is. God, this is... I want her. I want this DS so bad. This is like every time I go to like maybe get takeout or like make a little trinket purchase and I'm like I need to hold myself back, I think of her and I'm like, if you don't buy this coffee, this could be yours. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. I want to get this and I want to mod it because I want to have like a... Because I think it's a Japanese-only console, but if you mod them, they could be like basically any language. Someday she will be mine, and then my green and blue and teal console collection will be complete. Put that on your Throne account. I can't. It's only sold secondhand. I appreciate it though. I don't think anyone would buy it. It's like I see the resale price for it is like $300-ish. So that's kind of like every payout for the month. I put a little into a piggy bank, a digital piggy bank for it. Although the thing I was saving for before that was a Critter plushie, which is what I'm waiting on the Fursuit and Plushie Maker on Twitter for. Actually, I didn't want to spoil it. Fun fact, not only can you paint your Joy-Cons, you can hack them to change their internal hex code value. Don't worry, Lemmy, I know, because I got shelled Joy-Cons that are like fake ones that were like $20, but they're like, the hex code value is the same as the Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, so they show up that way. It's very cute. Also, Rolling said, I love my white new 3DS, and holy fuck, I bought it at the right time because it immediately jumped to like $400. Throws up. Why is the resale price for consoles so bad? I don't... God, one of my mutuals on Blue Sky, like, no context, made a post and is like a Japanese artist, so, you know, like, there's sometimes a language barrier, but this was a very short, skeet Blue Sky tweet. and it just said, "I forgive you for being a reseller." And I've been thinking about it ever since she posted it because I've been giggling. I'm like, what was the final straw? She went through all 7 stages of grief before this post. There was no rage, there was no bargaining. She just immediately went to acceptance and forgiveness. Also, Eggy said, "My dream console is the Final Fantasy 10th anniversary PSP. I salute." I don't. To be fair, Nulba is very sweet. Like, I'm not surprised that it didn't take long, but like, I also don't forgive you for being a reseller. Why are you selling the sugar bunny for 600 euros when it cost you $15? That is demonic. That is like evil. Normally I would say I respect the hustle, but simply I do not. I'm not like good at drawing fuzzy things, so I could like draw Critter as a dragon. Not even kidding, Lemmy has drawn Critter as a catfish before, and as a frog. Not only do I welcome different interpretations of Critter, I actually love to see it. Hold on, let me see if I can find the catfish Critter. Why is it all the I hate when this happens. Lemmy, I'm so sorry to ask you to do it again, but I'm on the big computer and not my laptop. Do you have catfish Critter? I want to show it off. I don't think I have it saved here. Although I did just see the very beautiful Mako art by Nova. You ate with this. Can I show this off? Yay! Okay. Sorry. I just need to like show. This is Nova's art. Hi, okay, give me a sec. No worries. Does this mean Critter can become a shark? Not only can Critter become a shark, one of the animals that Critter is based off of is sharks. A lot of Critter's anatomy is based off like different animals that I like. Anyway, sorry, I really like this. This is really fucking cool. Everyone check out my friend Nova Cupid Cry right now. He's literally sitting on the couch behind me playing Animal Crossing as we speak. Go for a backlit GB pocket screen that's a drop-in replacement with no soldering, like how the other GB models have their screens. My brother's dream is to own a Switch, but they are just ridiculously inaccessible in Brazil. Real. Painful and real, I understand. What are they on? Do you mean what Nova's doing? He's painting. Unless you mean like what program he uses, which is Metabang. Yay! Sorry, I just saw Catfish Critter. Look at my beast. It's so good. I also really like the detail of the wooden hook. I think they meant what platform? Oh, Blue Sky and Tumblr? Although you're Featherweep on Tumblr, right? Yeah.
Not discoverable.
It's okay. I understand. I love Catfish Critter. It's like, it has the original flat head that like OG Critter design had. I also really like the tail shape because this gives the implication that Catfish Critter has like a more calligraphy style shaped brush. I don't know, it's fun. And then the frog critter had like a almost pointed whatchamacallit? Like an inkwell pen type tail. If you want the frog one, I also posted that. Wait, where? I want to see the frog. But like, I can just see how the different tails draw in my mind's eye. It's so beautiful. Yes! These are so good. I love it. Do you see what I mean too? Like it looks like they would have different, hold on, get bigger. I got so scared my own voice was playing back for a second because I thought I heard it in my thing. I was like, hello? Anyway, you see the vision, you understand. Rolling said the whiskers are fine brushes. Frog Critter, the fritter joke comes back to being real? Yeah. Every art style has its own critter with its own tail shape. What brush is normal Critter? Honestly, just the brush that I made and I draw with, which is this one. It's like it's like kind of blobby, kind of scratchy, but it's based off of my old ink pens my old like Sharpie fine point pens I used to draw with when I was in elementary school. Four-leaf the Critterverse. Honestly, it's all just the same monster, but it's getting like thrown TF potions at it. Like you drank the frog potion, you drank the catfish potion. What happens? Wait, no. What's the fucking the TikTok that's like, And when you drink it, you'll become Ligma. What's Ligma? And then it's like the fucking Tally Hall music playing in the background. Oh, many heads? What bug would Critter be? So, like, I love fuzzy bugs, so my heart says to be a moth, but, like, my wanting to be something not, like, easily translated into mammal says dragonfly, because I also really like dragonflies. Does that brush use a regular tip shape in CSP? Yes, it does. It uses just the regular circle shape. Also, thank you for the stretch redeem. I love how Critter still looks decisively... I decisively like Critter no matter what animal it is. No, I know, it's so awesome. It's literally just like the beast. I kind of do want to make a dragon Critter, unironically. Do you want me to draw you like a dragonfly? Can you give me your Ko-Fi before you keep doing all this just for fun? At least let me buy you a brownie or something. Get yourself a milkshake. Fun fact, 3/5 of the members of Tally Hall played together live for the first time in 14 years the other day. Very interesting. Could I do a fluffy dragonfly? Honestly, I kind of want it to be, like, sleek. I like the Chinton look of, like, of dragonflies. As much as I love, like, fluffy animals, like, trust, I am the guy that likes soft things. I think part of the fun of, like, doing different species is thinking about the textural feel of, like, being something that's not, like, a mammal. Alright, hold on. Now I gotta make sure these are spaced correctly or they're gonna drive me insane. It's okay, it's fine. But also, I'm like in hell because I can't drink milkshakes because of my stomach pains. I hope you're okay. Sorry, not to mother you, but I've been worried because I know your tummy's been hurting a lot. Link said, also you see that Elgato finally added one-touch sorting for adding apps to submixers and wavelength. No more oof ouch you can't hear it, but I'm getting defeated by this new game I just installed, ouch ouch ouch. Only took them about a year of me using their hardware. Very, very cool. I've got my audio stuff in Wavelength pretty organized, and I haven't had anything jump in volume like too crazy, but it is nice to know. Or a bee, fuzzy little... See, a bee is actually one that I could see working for Critter just because of the stripes, but like, dragonflies are striped too, a good deal of them. Alright, wait, so now they're not properly spaced exactly to where they're meant to go. That's good enough. I can always just like shift it up and down too. I just want to make sure they're spaced out enough that I actually have like enough room to draw. Actually, I think that you get more of the eye from this view still. I hate myself so much right now because I'm obsessing over one of my characters and she's the only thing I'm drawing at the moment. Never. Mushroom. Imagine me standing like pointing at you demandingly. Never hate yourself for obsessing over your OC. Who else is going to do it if not you? You must obsess over your OC. This is a command. Be obsessed with your own characters. It's literally healthy for you. Also, if it's making you draw, that's good. That could never be a bad thing. That's awesome and based, actually. Literally, that's what I'm saying. If it gets you practicing drawing, whether it's to practice your penmanship, because here's the other thing. I think a lot of people think about like OC art as like self-indulgent, therefore bad. But if you're drawing, you're practicing your penmanship. You're practicing your line confidence. And like every time you do silly doodles, you are improving at something, whether you know it or not. Like you can see it by looking back at your older art. I don't know. I think that everyone be a little nicer to yourself and also draw your OC for fun as a treat. That's why I'm doing Critter, because I'm like, if I got bored of the hands, I'm like, okay, I could do Critter heads again. I'll do like a row of them. Harbor mowing in the background. Also, I think I made its eyes too big. What do you do to fill in the lines by drawing a circle around it? What it is if you go to the paint bucket in Clip Studio Paint, there are 4 paint bucket tools that are called refer only to editing layer, refer other layers, and then enclose and fill. With enclose and fill, if you draw a closed line circuit, and then use it, you can draw like a circle around the shape you've made and it'll fill it in with no like aliasing. Rolling said, me and my friend group were playing Jackbox games using the Mega Picker, so it would launch a new EXE that I haven't sorted into the game submixer. Also, if you don't have the submixer active in Wavelength, they don't show up in the volume mixer as a device. Ooh. Oh god, wait, when's Art Fight this year? It's the same month every year. It's in July every year, I think. Because it's not Pride Month, it's the month after Pride Month. My year is literally broken up into like Art Fight, Pride Month, Halloween, Christmas. Like, I'm trying to think about what else I use. St. Patrick's Day, Leica's month, which is April, and then... fuck, I don't know. Oh, Philadelphia in August. What happens before June? I don't know. Nothing's going on in June. Starts July 1st. Guys, should I join Art Fight this year? I haven't joined Art Fight for like 3-4 years now. It's been a while. But you and I actually met because of Art Fight. Yeah, I kind of want to. Semesters end in June. That's true. Sorry, I don't go to school anymore. I'm old. But I'm glad that you become released. Please, at least for funsies. Like, I kind of want to. I mean, you can, but you know you're going to get attacked relentlessly. What I might do is I might join and be like, listen, I want to play with all you guys. Understand, I'm going to try to attack once a day. But if I don't attack you back, it's not because I hate you. It's because I physically could not attack more. If you struggle with OCD about it, then you have to be careful. The difference though, Chimera, is this is the first year I'm medicated. That's why I'm kind of like, I might be okay. Also, I have Anon Asks turned off. I think that's like the most important facet here is that like, I don't have an avenue through which people can come and vaguely complain about me to my face. Because if they do it in their own space, then it's like, okay, whatever, man. Like, that's fine. That's kind of weird, actually, of you, but, like, at least I don't see it. But before, with Anons on, I would, like, post art, and then people would be like, why aren't you attacking me back on Art Fight? You can draw other things. You can attack people at Art Fight. And it's like, that's crazy, man. This is a commission. I have to do this so I can eat. I'm sorry. Idea, make an alt, post only attacks, no characters. Well, so I kind of want to post Critter. I kind of want to join Critter. I want to join Art Fight with just Critter this year, because then I get to see how different people draw Critter, and it would be fun because then I can try a bunch of different styles and stuff with it. I really don't mind being recognized. It's just I don't want to like disappoint anybody. Anons attacking you is crazy. Like, say it to my face if you want to be rude. Genuinely, that's why I turned off Anons, because I was just like. The only reason that you feel safe saying this is because you know that nothing will happen. Like, why am I essentially giving you the pipe with which you're beating the shit out of me? I had a really bad day, so I thought I'd come in today. Welcome in, Andy. We were drawing hands, but I'm taking an intermission to draw Critter's head rotating so that I can, like, I can play toys again. Because I was getting mad drawing a hand that I was struggling with. So mass attacks are a thing. Can 10 billion people jump one character in the same piece? I don't know. I turned off Anons because people are so mean to me. I know I'm a hater, but I'm also right. Lemmy, I think people are mean to you because they are transmisogynistic. I have to be so for real. Like, I have yet to see a single person that said something that I was like, even had a shred of like being truthful. I genuinely think that they just see that you are a woman and that you speak your opinions about things and they're like, I think we need to kill her. And it's like, hello? I could say the same thing in the exact same tone of voice and people will like say nothing. And it's like the second you're like, I agree, they like jump you. And it's like, hello, what's going on? Basically, please fucking survive. I'm glad that you turned them off. Like, everyone that would say nice things about you on Anon, like, they can be brave. They'll say it off Anon if they really want to. It's not worth subjecting yourself to, like, mental torment. Yep, that's the internet. Well, I will fight it until it's not the internet. No more. Flo, I deserve better than Anon hate. You deserve like 5,000 heavens forever. 5,000 nice, cool rainy days and frogs and ice cream and brownie. And fancy coffee. The bigots must be rooted out and destroyed. This is true. And well, honestly, to be so for real, one of the things that I found is most effective about like against people that act like that, and also it's not, and I think like importantly to remember, if there are people on Tumblr that are being trans misogynist, that means that you cannot just like put a group of people into a folder and be like, these are the bigots, these are the bad guys. The unfortunate reality is that people next to you who you think might otherwise be normal will have very bigoted opinions. But the thing that works is making them feel embarrassed for it. Don't let them get comfortable in like being shitheads. If you hear someone say something and you go, that's kind of racist, that's kind of misogynist, say it. Say, hey, that's kind of shitty of you. And they'll squawk. People hate being called out on that kind of thing. And like I think the reason that we think of like right-wing grifters most of the time when we think of like people that are bigoted is because they're the ones that'll like double down on it. They'll be like, no, or like they'll be like, well, who gives a shit? But like the people that really can be brought back around are your friends or like your cousins that'll say something shitty and then you'll be like, hey, that was weird of you. Real, what a weird thing to say, my fave. Pull that one out, pull that little ditty out, and you will see someone immediately flip the switch. It's like they're so like, oh, well, I didn't mean it that way. Well, also, too, genuinely, if you say, like, hey, that's kind of weird to say, if someone just didn't word their thoughts very well, they're given a chance to go, oh, hey, I'm sorry, that is not what I meant. So it gives the people that were trying to be shady no room to wiggle out because you know you caught on to what they meant right away, but it gives the people that might have just misspoken, because that happens a lot of the time. People like sometimes do like put their foot in their mouth, and giving them a chance to be like, hey, I'm sorry, that is not what I meant, it's nice, it's good. It's how you build a community that is fostered on understanding and second chances than like immediately myrtleizing someone the second that they misspeak. But still, voice your discomfort. Like, if someone says something that makes you feel weird, you should let them know. That's how you build healthy spaces. Also, this is a really good fucking critter head, sorry. Let me say, I will say, though, the last stand on Ask I allowed was the funniest one. It was such a banger to end with. Which one? Was it the one that you showed? Hold on, I have to see. Stop, help. Real as fuck. Sorry, I think that I'm bad. I'm like, I don't want Anon Asks on, but I do miss the funny shitty ones sometimes. But it's not worth it. I really did eat with this head. I like... The left critter face is so like, I don't know... But the ear shape and the cheek fluff positioning is tickling my brain. I love it. It's very Mickey Mouse to me. The last Anon I got was like, you upset me while I was in a crisis and it's your fault. I hope you have a terrible day. I remember, and I don't even remember what it was that the TikTok said exactly, but it was literally like, it was like something about like the girl having a bad day and she's being like, what if I just ended it? What if this was my final straw? And that was enough for someone to like vague attack blog you. And it was like, hello? They were like, I hope you stay poor. I won't commission you. So Rolling said, strike down the housophobics because the homophobics because they will scatter like the roaches they are. Well, and also reflect on their actions. I think that that's the thing that like a lot of people forget is that social pressures do work. Like, and I don't even mean that like in an evil, shady way. I mean, like, if someone really cares about you and they care about how you feel and what you think, and you say, hey, what you did just made me uncomfortable, they're either one, gonna try and talk about it because they respect your thoughts and opinions, or two, they're gonna reflect on what they did and they're gonna be like, you know what, maybe that was weird of me. Maybe that wasn't nice of me to do. I'm gonna cry. I literally have $15 total right now. It's getting scary. I need to open comms, but I wanted to do that with my site debut. honestly, Chimera, if you want, I was gonna reblog your black white comms post, but I was like, do you want me to wait till the site's ready, or do you want me to do it now? Because I'm happy to do it either way. For those that don't know, Chimera is the person that did the little critter that's bobbing up and down on my Ko-Fi thing. They're like crazy madly talented. So if you need a commission, mine might not be open right now, but like I know like at least 6 other guys that can do you good. 6 other guys that can vouch for. Coda's comms are open if I remember correctly. Yeah, I know, because I commissioned that guy. I'm rubbing my hands like an evil fly waiting for the Coda commission to drop. Honestly, the thing that's so funny to me about artists is that we will get money and then immediately be like, I'm gonna go commission the other artist. It's just it's a circle. Which Coda, con Coda, like, this Coda. Could make a desktop pet with this. I have wanted to make a critter desktop pet like so bad. You know, like the little guys that like walk around the bot. They're so cute. They're cute. I think they were so, and I would like to just like let people have it. I think it'd be fun. Critter desktop pet would go crazy. That's what I was saying to Nova earlier. Critter is like not like Miku, because that's not quite right. But to me, Critter is like, I want it to be like a little art mascot helper. It's of the people. It's here to help you try new things that you might be scared of. It is a Clippy. Critter is like art Clippy. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be like, if you're trying something new and you're scared, and it doesn't even have to be mine. You can make your own guy. But like for me, Critter is like when I don't know how to do something or like I'm scared to try something new, I go to drawing my guy. I feel like I actually need to make this eye vanish a little more. Like I think it would be less visible. Shimijay are so fun, but it's so many images. I have an unfinished one sitting in the folder. Look at my tips for the week to then tip my Bello baristas. No, literally food service workers tipping other food service workers because we know how shitty it is. I mean, how many images? Is it easy to make a Shimiji? Like, is it actually all that hard? I would make one, I'm not even kidding, it seems fun. Plus then I could give it to you guys. Hi there, I noticed you're still drawing on the same layer. Help. That would save me. I made a few as a teenager and they were fairly easy. I'm looking like this. You start up an art program and they splash out over the taskbar and hit you with, looks like you started an art program, would you like some help with it? That's so cute. I remember making one, it was fairly easy. Oh, that's good. I am not smart, so... Well, okay. I give myself a bit of a hard time, but it's more like I am good with certain things like literary analysis and drawing, but when it comes to learning new programs, I like start shivering and throwing up, like that gif of the puppy holding the strawberries on the stick. Bitter can be Bonsai Buddy. Is Bonsai Buddy like mean to you? Like, I don't know anything. All I know is he's a purple monkey. Oh my god. This one was such a good face, so I don't know why this one's hurting me. But I'll be brave. I actually think it needs to be farther over. It kind of gets like duck face when it goes to the side a bit. It was a spyware. Hello? It was a virus? Bonsai Buddy was literally a virus. What? I did see an easier way of making Shimiji where you download a pre-existing one and replace all the art with your own pictures. Oh, that sounds pretty easy. It doesn't sound so bad. It's literally kind of getting like duck face. It's kind of funny. Okay, but your eye is like not in the right position in this light. Well, it was a cute eye though. We could just move it. Quack. Ducks are fucked up as animals. Like, they're kind of weird. I say this affectionately because you know me. I'm the guy that likes fucked up animals. But, like, everything I learn about ducks, I'm just like, you are really misrepresented by your mass media, like, cute appearance. You're actually quite strange. Tamagotchi critter when? I would love it. I would love to make one. What is the shimichi you speak of? Basically, it's like a little thing. So it's like a little animated character that walks around the bottom of your desktop, and it can like, I think you can interact with them. But you could have them of like any existing characters from fandoms. You could have them of your OC. They basically just like walk around and interact with each other. It sold your personal information to the Bonzi company. It's the reason why we got CO Kappa for child online protection. Huh. Ironically, the difference in our critters is that mine is a virtual pet. No, literally, I will be coming to your universe. It's like your web banner says, come to my world. You can pick them up and throw them and stuff. Sometimes they throw your windows around. That's actually really funny. Critterfit was evil. Hold on, I think if I put the ear here... I gotta move you though, you're running out of space. You're getting too long. But yeah, no, critter, orange and brown critter is just a cursed human, but I do love putting it in different like situations. Have you ever considered selling actual critter plushies? So I have talked about it before, and one of the biggest things with me when it comes to merch is that I want to make sure that anything I'm producing is one, environmentally friendly, and two, worker friendly, because for me, there's no exchange if it's not, if the workplace of the human beings that worked on the plushies is not, like, safe, is not humane, then it's not worth it for me. I'm still looking into seeing how that would be possible, because there's some that I've been like, some plushie companies I've been looking at that I've been like, I haven't heard anything, but I also don't, I'm not a believer of no news is good news, because I would like to be sure. Also, hold on, I saw the first time. Dither said, doing incredibly skilled head turn refs, and then ducks are fucked up as my first 2 seconds here. Happy to be here. Welcome in. Get the critter experience. Sorry, I'm like... Harbor! Bro, why are you just... Sorry, my cat is just scratching drywall. I feel like I need to stop this before it escalates, because it's gonna torment me. Harbor! What are you doing? I'm streaming! Oh my god, it wasn't even drywall. Pluto was sitting inside a cardboard box and scratching at the back of it instead of just getting out of the box.
It's like, let me out.
He's like, I'm trapped in a 2-inch tall box.
It's dark in here.
But you mentioning that makes me so happy. I know so many CCs who don't consider how their merch is made and it feels icky. To be honest, I can't take credit for it either, because like, so it came up in a conversation on social media, like I think about a year ago at this time. And you know, I was a little sad to hear it, because I was like, I just gotten started into making merch myself. I was really excited because I had started making acrylic charms of my webcomic. And so I talked to Lemmy about it, because I was like, Lemmy, like, do you know anything about this? Is this true? What are your thoughts on it? And she was like, no, like, this is a legitimate concern that people have been bringing up for a while, especially with how quickly things are being produced. In a lot of situations, there's no like guarantee or even like spoken like kind of like promise that the human workers that are making a lot of these products that you're getting for such a low price are being treated well, and it's likely that that's why the price is able to be so low. And so, I don't know, I really thought about it. I chewed on it for a while, because like, as much as I enjoy bringing you guys fun things to have, I also am someone that like is very firm in my you know, do good or at least do no harm morality belief when it comes to like living on this planet. So I really want to be sure that anything I'm making is not possibly hurting anyone. And I heard how dangerous it can be to work with acrylic without proper safety tools. So I rolled off acrylic charms. I don't think I'll be doing those anymore. And when it comes to plushies are something that cannot really be reliably factory. I need to discuss this with my communist friend. Listen, she's my guide. Like anytime I am not sure of something, I need to like be redirected to my center, to like what I believe in and not like what's easiest. I talk to Lemmy because you gotta have a friend that's willing to challenge you for what's comfortable. Like we know she doesn't do it all the time. Like it's not every single time I'm excited or like, punching down, but like you also have to be our communist friend. True. You also have to be willing to accept that too. Like you can't just go to your friend, ask for advice and be like, never mind, I don't want to do that. Rolling said, time is a flat circle. We'll have this conversation again next month. I don't mind it though. I genuinely think it's a good conversation to have. I don't want it to come from like a place of shame either, because that's one of the reasons I always go out of my way to be like, I didn't know either. I didn't think about it either. And I think it's good to try and think about these things when we're talking about like being small businesses or like producing goods. Like I think she said it best, like, yes, support small businesses, but at the end of the day, like you aren't more of a moral capitalist just because you're a small business. You have to like take into consideration the means of which things are being produced. Lovely, holding people accountable is so important. It's like, I think that is the foundation on which true friendships are built, because if you can do it together within your relationship, within your boundaries with each other, and you can do it with the things that you believe and you want to share, and the beliefs you want to share with each other, like, I don't know, I feel like even the hardest moments you can get through just by understanding that this person always wants to get through them with you. And I'm grateful for that. I really am. But yeah, I want to figure out if there's a way. Actually, my real goal, like my actual end goal here, isn't enamel a problem to work with too? Yes, that's part of the reason why I haven't gotten pins done. Smiles, I love being the communist friend. My real end goal in terms of the critter plush, to wind back around to the original question, is I would love to find either a plush maker or a group of plush makers that take commissions. And I would really like to commission a pattern, like a critter plush pattern, so that if they were willing and they wanted to take commissions, they could share this pattern with each other. And then anytime if someone wanted a critter plush, they would already have the pattern made. So the cost of like designing a fresh new pattern, designing a brand new like plushie would be down, but we would be supporting like an artisan rather than like a company of dubious like of dubious worker treatment. It would take organizing though. That's part of the reason why I'm like, I do want this. This is something I would like to happen, but if it's gonna happen, I want to do it right. I don't want to just rush into it because I can. I mean also because I can take my time. That's the other thing, that like I have people that are interested and I'm so grateful for that. So I want to bring it to you in a way that is to my own like beliefs and my own like concerns. Thinking about a critter Build-A-Bear and rotating it in my mind, it'd be so beautiful. I'm also like a plushie freak, so like I want it to be good quality. That's my biggest thing, is like a lot of times when things get like mass produced, they look ugly. they get like crinkly looking, and it's like, no, your cuteness has been taken. I know there's a few furry plush maker teams. With one I know the head of, even though he's absolutely terrifying to hang around. Wait, help, why? I mean, that's cool though, Rolling. If you don't mind like pointing me in their direction, I would love to know. But the terrifying to hang around part is like, hello? Critter pillow pet? Our daughter has a pillow pet that like we keep being like, girl, you can't sleep with this anymore. I think it's giving you acne. It's like older, it's almost as old as she is. But I know better. I know better than to come between a kid and like a comfort object. I was the same. I had like a teddy bear that was like, I kept until it was basically threads. He's the toughest motherfucker ever. Something about being a plush company maker head and being like tough is very amusing to me. I appreciate it. All right, hold on. And then here's the side profile. Lexicog said, I've always thought it would be cool to like create a directory of plush makers within a community. If someone wants a plush of the mascot, they can choose someone in the community to commission. I would love it. She still has one of those. Have you considered having it dry cleaned? I don't know anything about dry cleaning. I don't know if it's expensive. We have washed it before, but I don't know how reliably you can wash Sherpa. If it's not machine washable, you might be able to wipe it down with a soapy damp cloth and leave it in the sun for the UV to help disinfect it. That's actually one I don't think we've tried yet. Thank you. That is greatly appreciated. But we have put it through the washing machine. It's just, I don't know how well it could be washed. To what Lexicog said though, about finding a community of plush makers, if it's similar to how Juice made the commission shop on Tumblr, which, by the way, this is a perfect reminder for me to plug because I want everyone to check it out. It's a wonderful resource. During one of our streams, I mentioned that I would love there to be like a Tumblr blog where if you were looking for commissions, you could just scroll through a bunch of people with active, yes, you, Juice, this commission shop, where you could scroll through a bunch of artists who had active commission posts up so that if you wanted to get something like maybe as a birthday gift or as a treat to yourself, you would know who was accepting. But the thing is, I have a lot of hats up in the air. I do a lot. I write a webcomic, I stream, I make YouTube videos, I take commissions, I make prints, like there's a lot happening. So I like to lob ideas like this out there so that if someone hears me say it, then maybe I'm like, hey, if you have the time and resources and this sounds like something you also want to exist, please take my idea, steal it. I can't do it because I don't have the time, but if you do, I will gas the hell out of you because I want it to be real for other people. I feel that way about like, you don't have to go too far. The problem is they have an 18+ warning because they work with not safe for work peeps. But they worked with the guy who made the Protogen, Fluffles, Ivy Comb, and they also made Protobean. So if you want me to mention who it is, just let me know. I would love to. Honestly, I would just need to check the site so long as there's not any like easy to access, not safe for work so that people going there wouldn't like kind of be like aura blasted by it. That's fine. But like I said, as long as like I know the conditions of the workers are okay and like they would be willing to work with the streamer, I would be more than happy to. And I think I know a few people that are interested in getting a critter plush, considering this has been asked so many times on stream now. Guinea Pig is watching stream with me now. Oh, that's awesome! Also, I'm like, I know I ate dinner before stream, but I'm getting so hungry. I guess udon noodles aren't very filling. I didn't have an egg, I just had mushrooms and noodles. But yeah, that's similar to the plushie idea. Is I would love to have there be like a directory of plush makers someday. I just don't know enough about tactiles. I don't know enough about like sewing, and I'm not in that sphere, so I don't feel like I should be the one to do it. Jirachi is cool. I love Jirachi. Four-Leaf Island is also cool. Thank you. Get a snacky. It's Boss Monster. I believe they broke the not safe for work and safe for work into 2 different websites, but I haven't visited the site. Thank you, Rolling. You are a doll. Let me pull that up. I'm glad they broke it up too. I feel like a lot of furry artists are pretty good with that. But I will do my research. Very cool. Wait, this is actually like really exciting. These look great. All right, I will have this opened up for later so I can look through it. Thank you. I might also take a snack break for real. I think Nova just went to the bathroom, but when he gets back, I might pass the torch to him very briefly so I can grab a snack, because my tummy's grumbling. OMG, I use that cube as a reference all the time. I sent the link earlier. Also, I just realized that Critter's nose is not... like, the nose bridge isn't proper. I have to fix it. But anyway. Oh, thank you for the hydrate redeem, too. I'm just doing this as, like, a fun No, he's gonna eat us again? No, he'll be sweet. He'll be nice. Yeah, they did overhaul the website, but at least they let you know where there will be dragons. That's good to know. Thank you, Rolling. Would you mind taking over so I can grab a snack really quick? You are welcome to continue drawing Critter or to draw whatever you please. I am gonna restart the playlist really quick though, because I think it's like about to end. Harbor's trying to lie to me. Oh no! I'm eating them this time. Crazy. Harbor's trying to tell me he doesn't eat dinner, and I checked in with Forrest, and he absolutely has.
He just winked at me.
He did. He just winked. His greed knows no limits.
Greedy. Yeah? Okay.
Ow, my wrist.
No, don't touch me.
Scorched me. Thank you. I kind of want to leave the. I want to leave the drawing there. Evil Critter.
It's a different layer.
Hold on, I think I can make it. Okay, wait, I can. What I can do is I can just like merge down and then take them to a new realm. Critter, they ate us, it was so scary. Thank you for the save break. I accidentally made an important message when writing when you left. Oh, I'm sorry, Fellow Friday. Hold on, let me scroll back up. My name is Fiddly, using the screaming minnow. Fellow Friday said, also, if you want to make a critter at home, Daft Patience has a free Beanie Baby tutorial and pattern. Wait, that's Oomph! That looks easy to hack to make a critter shape? No way. I love Daft Patience. I love Daft Patience's art too. Let's see, I think I can like bring this back. Rolling said, parental figure has betrayed our little baby trust. We must rise up against those who usurp the tide pool. Sorry, I love saying that's oomph. Like it's become a bit of like a vocal stem for me. I love seeing oomph mentions in the wild. Like that's my boy. No, literally, it makes me so happy. I love artists forever. I see another artist I know and I like, it's like see like dogs seeing each other in passing cars and my tail starts wagging. I'm like, I know you! I see your art on Twitter. Sorry, I ate cookies like really fucking fast before I came here. I managed to get down 2 chocolate chip muffin sized cookies and 2 pit cells. So I'm all snacked up, I'm all good. The caveman vernacular is expanding! Because we were saying Thog don't know and evil rock. Help, we just talk like cavemen. It's okay, it's kind of awesome. I love it. I'm in my prehistoric era. Harbor. You are being so naughty. It's not even 10. It's not even bedtime. Nice hands, thank you. This was the original topic of stream, but then I was like, what if I kept drawing Critter's head? I'm gonna get done this line, like this row of them, and I'm gonna go back to doing hands again. One of the things I see artists struggle with a lot is Critter's head, so I want to make like a more accurate ref so that they could. Sorry, oh, Wildcard Enjoyer, thank you for the sub. Caveman when the moon causes his period. Evil rock, help! Would they even know? Would they even put that together? I mean, I guess prehistoric humans or like early humans were like pretty observant. They just like maybe I don't know how well they would connect the dots there. Oh my god, please, please. I can't get the shape of its bunny head. Maybe I just get rid of the nose and try again. It's just like not looking like a continuous line. Eats your guinea pig in one gulp and coughs out a single tuft of fur. Hello? No. Also, hi, Andy's guinea pig. No. Hi, Cookie the guinea pig. Bro is struggling with a side profile. Oh, always. What's funny is side profiles are like one of my favorites to draw, but like, it's because they require good execution. So when you do it right, it's like, oh, it looks awesome. But then when you do it bad, it's like everything is misery forever and I will die sad in a ditch alone. But then you do it and it's like, oh, it's literally fine. Hmm. Also, the owner of Boss Monster stared down at me at Ferality Silva, and his model was like a solid 2 feet taller than me. That's awesome. Also, take more of asking what we taste like. The minnows? Probably like fish, I would assume. Maybe like sardines. Sorry, Critter, but the other minnows and I are gonna storm the island and stop Nova from eating us. We can't lose any more minnows. Help. Bro, they're gonna usurp. I don't know how the fuck to say the word. They're gonna get your ass.
How can them evolve?
You are natural selection alone. You'll make them stronger. You're welcome to ignore this, but do you have any tips for balancing shape language in art? I feel like I either heavy, under, or overuse it. God, that's one of the things where I feel like, because I was in cartoons and animation, I think I've just been in it so long I wouldn't know how to break it down. But I guess maybe one thing that I like to always think when I design characters is like, can I envision this character moving in like real space, or would their shapes get in the way of that? And if the answer to that is yes, can I make the way that they would get in the way appealing? Because if the answer to that follow-up question is no, then I need to like backtrack it a bit. But if I can make a character look clunky or kind of bulky in an appealing way, then that's a solid design. Like, so a good example of this, hold on, because I have the critter animation that was like the Minecraft animation. And one of the biggest things with critters' tails that I've thought about is like, how would they move? Like, they're not always going to be up and like waving around. Hold on. This one, right? So if critters' tails are not always picked up, shipping is free? Oh yeah. Shipping on my shop is completely free. Worldwide too. Like, you do not have to pay regardless of where you are, because it's all flat mail. And also, do you have a TikTok? Yes, I do. It is... Oh my god. Thank you for the shop sale from Wildcard Enjoyer. Hold on. I think if you go to my FAQ, there should be a link to my TikTok. Sorry for double link drop. But the reason I bring up the critter animation... Stop! No, I'm not getting into this. The reason that I bring up the critter animation is because, like how I was saying with something being clunky in an appealing way, critters' tails like kind of bouncing and bobbing off the ground is something that would drag behind and arguably would make it difficult to walk, but that's kind of taken into account for the animation. What the hell are we fucking talking about? Sorry, we were talking about like mail, like shipping flat mail, because Wildcard Enjoyer asked what my prints cost, and someone and then pointed out, oh my god, the shipping's free. But yeah, I am a firm believer that if I'm charging you a price for an item, that is the price for the item. I've taken into account everything that it's going to cost. I didn't know shipping was free? Yeah, it's free for everything. It's free for stickers. If we ship you multiple things at once, we'll make sure to put it in like a flat mailer that's like firm so it won't get bent or anything. To be fair, anytime there's a print, we put it in something so it doesn't get bent. But I don't know. Like I said, if I'm charging you something, then that's the price of the item. I'm not going to add in like hidden fees at the end. I think that's goofy. I fell asleep. Hello. No worries. We've had a pretty chill stream tonight, though, so you didn't miss too much. Just drawing Critter's fat, funny head. I just finished the page I was working on, and I'm so freaking excited. Oh, that's awesome. That is such a good feeling. Nothing feels better when doing a comic when you finally get to the end of the page that was like beating your ass for no reason. I've had my fair share. Sorry, I'm like adjusting things as I see them, but I'm like feeling like the eye placement is not my favorite here. I can do better. Now comes the scary part of I am going to flip these to the other side, which is kind of terrifying. And I get to see if they still look good. Oops, hold on. They're looking pretty okay so far, though. I actually am not... Yeah, no, they look fine. Nice. Very nice. Hey, I've been lurking for the past 45-ish minutes, listening to the stream and drawing Pokemon. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask, but I have an art-related question if that's alright. That is more than okay, Astrals. If I miss it, I promise I'm not ignoring it. Sometimes things just go by in chat. But I will do my best to answer if I can. Alright, hold on. It's a little crooked. Also drawing Pokemon based. What Pokemon? Rolling said, also speaking of the post office shenanigans, I had to send something out because I was sold something on eBay. The problem is the case was just big enough to not fit in the flat rate box, then it couldn't fit in the next non-priority mailbox, so I had to pay for a box that's way too big for what I shipped out. I didn't even make money on it, but I can't afford to get D marks on my eBay account because my account is too new. Then I then used the priority mail tape, which I had to take off. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Rolling. That's one of the reasons. Also, Critter, can we know who you have in your AC town? I like knowing people's villagers. Yeah. Do you wanna, if you take a picture on your phone and send it to the Discord, I can pull it up. If you like take a map picture. Yay! Thank you. Oh, I see what you're saying though, but it was on topic. It was on topic, Ethan. Don't worry. Because we're talking about shipping, so I can see how, like, mail shipping, so I can see where Rolling was coming from. I appreciate it though. I know I do appreciate. Alright, hold on. I don't actually need to add anything more to the directions. And I'll go with layer below. There's a piece of food stuck in my gum. It hurts evil. The worst feeling. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that this is actually like somewhat proper. It's not going to be perfect, but it will help to have. Okay. I think the other thing I need to do is scoot this critter head down just a little bit because it's like really, really close up to the one above it, but I think it's good otherwise. Yeah. Where do people get their references from? I know I need to draw from reference more, but I searched for the pose that I wanted and I couldn't find anything even close. So there's a few different places you can go, Astrals. Sometimes there are pose websites that will have an entire like archive of different photographed models. Unfortunately, sometimes when it comes to like having a very specific pose in mind, it can be difficult to find what you're looking for. In which case, I sometimes photograph myself, or I'll ask my boyfriend to like make the pose, and I'll basically pose him myself and then take a picture of him. But I think sometimes we used to have Pinterest to help. Pinterest is so-so. I was gonna say, I have a Pinterest artboard that I like to send in the chat because this is what I use personally when I'm looking for poses. Hold on, I will grab the link to that really quick because that's where the hands and the cubes that I'm working off of are from. But specifically, this Pinterest board is broken up by topic. So if you're struggling with like a specific hand pose or you're struggling with like an angle of a head, instead of trying to find one photo that captures everything that you're looking for, what I like to recommend people do is go through, yeah, Frankenstein. Oh, you know exactly where I was going, Sheepy. When in doubt, Frankenstein multiple poses together. Exactly. Forgot about this. Chad, have you seen that guy that's drawing Pokemon made into Care Bears? I haven't. That sounds cute. Okay, hold on. No, I said I'd do more hands. I should do more hands. I should be good. That's the topic of the stream. All right, I'm gonna leave the critters up though because I like them. I am also gonna tidy up my hand positioning because I was drawing them all on the same layer, but so they started to like drift a little bit, but that's fine. It's kind of fun, honestly. It has like a nice movement to it. Thank you. Of course. Absolutely, of course. Like, it never feel shy to ask art questions here. If I can't answer it, I'll let you know. And honestly, sometimes when I don't know the answer to something, it like bugs me and keeps me up at night. So then that's why I end up doing these study streams. It's like, huh, I don't know that. And then I want to have an answer. But yeah, thank you for asking. I'm happy to help. I hope that helps too. If not, then there's a few websites that have like specific live figure model poses on them, but I don't use them myself, so I never know the names because I can usually just get Vars to make a pose for me. Watching this while making a Discord server, this is just what I needed to do while doing more boring stuff, like a beetle, salute. Discord servers, though, having a place to like come together and have community is so important. So you're doing a service for people. I'm sure I'm sure it will be appreciated, and if not, then I'm appreciating it. I'm appreciating it as a third party. Any tips on how to draw rocks in caves? I've got an ARPG event that has a lot of cave backgrounds I gotta do. That is very cool. Okay. That is definitely one where I gotta say references your friend. However, when you break up rocks, I think the best way to like communicate rock is to draw like a squiggly shape. Remember, it's got to be more bottom heavy than top heavy if it's on the ground, and then just take that and then start drawing planes on it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to communicate, yep, this is a thing. The references are your friend because the shapes will get difficult if you're just kind of like doing it off the cuff. But thinking about like just how different parts of it jut out, like it'll start to come together. And also, sometimes sloppy is like better than nothing. Like especially if it's for a background, you know, I don't think people are gonna super closely spectate your rock drawing skills. But if you want to, and it's for your own like wanting to learn how to do it, then I would suggest looking up some refs. This is something I struggle with myself. It's part of the reason a lot of Leica's Comet happens. Like, oh, did your stream lag? Okay, wait. Also, Raining on a Rock said, for live models, you can use line of action. Thank you. Is that the website name? Hold on. I'm gonna go check. But the TLDR for Masterpiece was that references your friend and draw a squiggly shape and then put planes on it. That's basically how I do rocks. Oh yeah, this is very cool. Hold on, I'm gonna send a link to this. Thank you. Hold on, who was the highlighted that? Raining on a Rock, thank you so much for the suggestion. I am going to send this in the chat. This is the website that Raining was talking about. Gotta go eat dinner, thanks for the fun stream. Of course, thank you for stopping by and staying. All right. I will be good. I'll go back to doing my hands again. My drills. These really don't look that bad. I was giving myself a hard time for like this bottom row, I think, because first one looks fine. Second one is all right. Could be better. I think mostly the barrel of the arm got a little thin. This one actually looks better than I remember it looking. Sometimes when you draw, guys, the best thing that you can do is just like, if you're getting frustrated, if you think like everything you're drawing looks bad, take like 2 seconds, do a fun drawing like I did with Critter's head, step away, and then come back to it. And I promise you, it probably doesn't look as bad as you think it looks. You are just being your own worst critic. Like, you are being very mean to yourself. 9 times out of 10, that is the case. Or if not, and there is really something that you can improve, then yeah, you can see that with fresh eyes when you come back. Sorry, I'm moving Critter over here. Here are my hands. When in doubt, walk away. Take a breather. It's good to do that for like literally everything that you can do. It's why people suggest doing homework or essays in like chunks. So do a paragraph, do a few equations, do the first page of a packet, something, and then step away for a moment and come back. Reading too, actually, I found if you have like reading assignments, taking a moment to like stop and like digest what you've just read will prevent you from doing that thing where you're reading and then your eyes like glaze over and you stop processing or absorbing any of the information. Subcritics are often harsher than art stream chat critics. I completely agree. Honestly, Forrest was saying that last night while I was doing these doodles and I was like beating myself up. I was like, I don't know how to draw. I can't remember how to draw. I feel like it's been years since I've drawn. And he was sitting there and he's like, well, I like them. And I'm just like, okay, well, I can't be mean to myself because I don't want to make you sad. And if you like them, then they can't be the worst thing ever because they made my favorite guy happy. Now I like them. I think they actually look fine after sleeping on it for a night and being like, okay, yeah, I was kind of just being a dick to myself. This was the hand that was making me mad. I think this one is just a very weird pose. I don't think I'll ever do a pose like this, but you never know. So it's better to try it than it is to just be like, I won't need to know how to do this. For minnows in the Discord, I compiled a list. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. First, let me send a link to the Discord while you say that, Toasty. All right, continue reading. Toasty said, for minnows in the Discord, I compiled a list of some pose archives that's currently pinned in the art class channel. In case anyone is looking for more reference material for hand studies, there's some really helpful sites for not only poses, but anatomical studies of individual body parts and the body as a whole. That's awesome. Thank you. Take your OCD meds? I mean, I did. Also realized that was probably why I was feeling that way, because I woke up this morning and had my everyone hates me and wants me dead, and then I was like, I haven't eaten for a few hours and I realized I haven't taken my OCD meds for like 3 days, so we gotta do that. And now I'm fine. That's literally what it was. If you're also an OCD king, queen, or tyrant, dictator, then you also should take your OCD meds. Monarch? Sorry, I'm like, what is a gender neutral word for a ruler? Oh, fuck. Well, ruler.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. President. Actually, yeah. They, them. President, they, them. That's me, actually. I am president of all they, them users. Oligarch is that's a big word. That's a fun word. That rolls off the tongue. Oh my god. You know what? I give up. I'm not doing this fucking hand. I hate it. I hate you. I hate you. I'm gonna do this one instead. If I only draw the fun ones. It's like we only have an hour left to stream. Oh my god, we literally only have like 20 minutes left to stream. Hello? How have I been drawing this long? It feels like I've barely been drawing for like 40 minutes. I just had to take a snack break. Okay, that is simply not enough fingers, my love. That is 3 fingers. I spent so long looking at my drawing, I was like, why is it wrong? You forgot a digit, my love. Like, that's why. Also, why does it look like their index finger is longer? That is, like, not true and beautiful. I mean, I guess we are all built different. Rolling said, Critter's drawing the karate chopping action. Oh? Is this one? Is that a karate chopping action? Wouldn't... I killed the Whooper? Oh, I'm so sorry, Supermoto. That's so sad. I love Whooper. Whoopa. I'm actually still so sad that we didn't get Whooper. Wait, we can get Whooper in the Nuzlocke. I forgot. Guys, I need to do a Nuzlocke stream before we go fight the Pokemon League. I realized there's a few people left on the nickname list to like name Pokemon for the Nuzlocke. Sorry, I hate it. I was starting to hate it. And so I was like, damn, I want to make sure we can get them in before the Nuzlocke pauses before Kanto. So I was looking back through the map and all the places where we can still catch Pokemon. First and foremost, we can catch Pokemon in the Ruins of Alph because we never went into the Ruins of Alph. And you know what appears when you surf in the Ruins of Alph? Quagsire. So we have a chance. We can get my little guy. And you know what? Having a backup water type, we might have low tide, we might have Takoyaki. So I really hope we don't need one, but it never hurts to have. 2, there is Poliwhirl in Cherry Grove, I think, if you go like surfing there, which would be awesome because I also really like Poliwhirl and Politoed. I think they're cute. And then what else? There's a few other like towns and stuff that you can like headbutt trees to get Pokemon. And I think it would be nice. I'm still not doing this right. It's like this part. That's the part that's wrong. It's going down too low now that I look at it. It's like here. Huh. And then the pinky actually comes out a bit towards the viewer. Like it's like cocked back a bit. Ew, I hate it. I'm so mad about it. Bro, hands are evil. Why did I do this? Evil rock, but it's evil hands. Acquire the Zyre. Can I name Quagsire? Am I even on the list? I think Ethan has the list, so we can say. I mean, if you'd like to share quick, Ethan, who all is left, what I can say is if you sub during the Nuzlocke when I catch a Pokemon, there was a bit of a miscommunication. Oh wait, hold on, there's a highlight. On the topic of the art lock, I haven't caught the last few Pokemon streams. Have any more of your Pokemon died? No, we are still at 4 deaths. If that was the last number you saw. So, to the nicknaming thing, part of the reason we want to get everyone that's on the list right now is because there was a miscommunication at the beginning of the Nuzlocke. The original rule that I had wanted to do was basically like, if you sub when we catch a Pokemon, you can name that Pokemon. But Ethan, being very sweet, misunderstood me and thought I meant to keep track of every single person that subs during the Nuzlocke so they can name a Pokemon. You were trying so hard to help. It was so sweet. That's why I was like, I don't want to correct you because you put all this work into it. So I just rolled with it. I was like, that's fine. We can do that for the first arc. But because there's not that many routes on the second region where you can catch Pokemon, I think I'm going to go to the original rules that I had. But I also didn't want to cheat anyone of like being able to nickname a Pokemon. So we went back through the list and I was looking, a mistake born of a beautiful sweetheart. No, exactly. Like I could never be upset about that. You were trying to be helpful. So I went back through the list of all the routes and stuff where there are Pokemon that we could still catch and realized not only are there still plenty of places we can catch Pokemon, we should be able to fully rule out every single person that has subbed during the Nuzlocke to nickname a Pokemon if they still want to. So that by the time we do Kanto, we will be able to do the original rule that I had, where it's just, if you want to name this specific Pokemon and you sub or gift a sub, you'll be able to name it. Am I on the list? I don't know. I don't think so, Rolling, but I could be wrong. That said, if you want to and you want to nickname a Pokemon in Kanto, you will be able to because like there are a whole bunch of routes in Kanto, including Electivire, which is going to be a Pokemon we actually use for the second half of the run. And I think it's basically a guaranteed catch because it's the only other thing there other than Voltorb. So we could get a Voltorb, which I kind of hope we don't get because I don't really want to work with Voltorb, but I'm back with an off-topic question. Where do you find fashion inspiration for Lekka and Mars? A mix of a few things. I actually use Animal Crossing for some fashion inspiration, but also anytime I see like a fictional character in an outfit or I see a model in an outfit that I like, sometimes I'll immediately be like, oh, this character would wear this. But sometimes I just see it, I'm like, I like this, and I don't really know what to do with it. Actually, like a really good example, hold on. I showed this off on another stream too, so you're probably going to be sick of seeing it if you've been here a few times. But there was an outfit that I saved because I thought it was really cute, and I was like, I don't know if I want this for me. I don't know if I want to draw one of my OCs in it, or I don't know if I want to like design a character in this outfit. This one, I thought it was so cute. This is what I put Miku in, kind of, for the print that I did this month. But then I also did like a color swap of it, and the print for next month, which is going to be Mars, they're basically wearing the same thing, just kind of tweaked. So yeah, the hydrangea print. So I did some coding and filtered down the remaining names, then filtered down to the people who are still active viewers active in the past few weeks, then filtered down further to the people who are actually involved in the Nuzlocke. I made sure to manually dig back through the list and verify everything. I am very grateful for what you do. Thank you, Ethan. Genuinely. But yeah, I basically reused this outfit a few times, and I still like it. I might draw it again, who knows? I think Mars looks cute in it, though. And there's my forest. My mistake, my fix? No. Like I said, it was a mistake made out of, like, trying to be helpful. But I do appreciate the work that you do. Stream would, like, I think we would survive, but it runs so much more diplomatically thanks to you, so I greatly appreciate it. All right, maybe for the last hand or two, because we got like 15 minutes, I'll pick like a few from the poses. This one seems hard because it's like front-facing. This one also seems like it'd be fun. This one could be neat. And then this one could be neat. I think I'm going to start with the fists because that's something that I really struggle with, actually. When you do color those balloons, they look really nice. Actually, the stream where I did that is... Oh, wait. Is it up as a VOD? Oh, shit, it's not. Hold on. I meant to post that. I don't think I posted it as a VOD. So I did that not last week, but the week before, I think. I was doing foil balloon studies. But I have that downloaded, so... I need to post that on my VODs channel because I've been meaning to. Is fan art tag still the best way to post fan art? Yes, it is. I don't check Twitter. That's the only thing that I am now officially off Twitter for my mental well-being. But I do check Blue Sky and I do check Tumblr. And if enough people ask for it, I can start checking Instagram too, since like I said, I'm off Twitter. So I feel like a lot of people have gone to one of those few places. Rolling said, speaking of Heart Gold Soul Silver, I turned into evil of Rolling and used the private server that has all the mystery gifts. Oh, honestly, Rolling, I did the exact same thing. I don't even think that's evil. I personally think that once a Pokemon game has been out for a few years, they should make it so that the mystery gifts unlock for everyone so that they can go back and play the games. Because I think the Celody event is like one of my favorite parts of Heart Gold Soul Silver's like legendary lore. And it makes me really sad that like it's not something that people have accessible to play. I named Granite, but I didn't actually sub to name a Pokemon. I just felt too awkward and didn't want to disrupt the system you got going. No, it's okay. It's kind of funny. Real, also, the Pokemon that are locked behind trade evolutions. No, exactly. If you don't have, like, someone to trade with, then it's, like, a whole element of the game is just lost to you. Hold on. I said I struggle with fists. This is beating my ass. I mean, it could be worse. Okay, so the big thing I'm seeing here is that actually this goes more like around the back. I love the Animal Crossing music. But yeah, if you nicknamed a Pokemon and you didn't, like, actually sub, it's okay. Consider it, it's on the house. Like, I think the person that named, oh, who was it? There was a Pokemon that was like, the person that named it didn't actually sub, but like everyone just kind of was like, wait, that's perfect, let's use that one. And I was like, you know what? Democracy rules. That actually might be what we do for the next region. What we do for the next region is like, if someone subs to name a specific Pokemon, they get to name that Pokemon. But like, if no one subs, then I'll just leave it to democracy. Was it? It was Takoyaki. Yes, you're so right. I mean, it's just too good of a name not to use. I also love Takoyaki. It's yummy. Rolling said, also I learned the hard way that Jirachi and the other mystery gift Pokemon count as traded Pokemon. So early game is hell. I can't use my fancy Pokemon. To be fair, I was going to use Jirachi in my Soul Silver playthrough and just keep it with me in my party until I have Pokemon that are a little more... that like will obey me because of the level, because I know what you're talking about and it is hell. for those of you that haven't played like early Pokemon, oh my god, this is terrible. Hold on. Actually, no, I'm not forcing myself to do this. I don't have it in my heart. Maybe that's the sign. If it's shit, hit the bricks. I did one more hand, and that's good for tonight. Alright, hold on. On that note, though, let's move the critters over so that they're not getting chopped off by the canvas. Kind of funny that it's named after takoyaki because Tetsugul is jellyfish. Pff, no one's keeping notes. No one's keeping notes. Wait. Okay. Hello? Hold on, I need to see something. Okay. Sorry, I saw Basil Wolf is streaming, and I just saw his stream. He's playing Minecraft, and I voiced the blank in the Minecraft movie, and I was like, "Hello, you did what now?" He was being silly, but I think that's gonna be. Also, thank you for the save break. I think that's gonna be all for tonight's stream. I don't want to, I don't want to burn myself out like too bad since it's the first night of stream for the week. But we will be back again tomorrow, and we'll be doing some critter art, some thumbnail art. I am gonna switch to the getting soon screen, and I think we're gonna go raid Basil. I've never raided Basil before, but I have been in his chat a few times, and I really like him. So I don't know. We're gonna go pop in and say hi. We'll see how it goes. Everyone be sweet, be polite. And I'll see you tomorrow. And ciao.